jewellery makers, how are you? Lovely to have your company. I'm back suitably refreshed after, well, a day off actually. There was only the one. But it feels like I've been sort of chilling for ages and I've missed you. Anyway, we've got an absolutely jam-packed show. I'm joined by the gorgeous Rob and the gorgeous Ollie and the gorgeous Michael and the gorgeous Nathalie.
Hello.
See, everyone's gorgeous. Everybody is gorgeous.
Day.
It's going to be an amazing show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have squeezed so much, including incredible tools, incredible findings offers. In actual fact, the findings offers I don't think you could better, even us, ever. Shall I give you a little sneaky peek? Okay, and I'm going to ask you the question. You know, obviously, answer it as I ask it. How much would you pay? Oh, JewelleryMaker prices, obviously. How much would you expect to pay for all of these beautiful crimp covers and spacers? What do you reckon? How about if I said how much would you pay for not just those four large dishes, how much would you pay for all of these? Crimps, crimp covers, decorative spacers, everything. How much would you pay for everything that's on your screen right now? Well, I can bet whatever figure you had, if it was a realistic one and an honest one, we're about to beat it. It's coming up today at 10 to 12. Don't miss out on that opportunity. We've got over 2,000 in stock, and because we intend to clear that entire quantity, it is going to an absolute rock bottom deal. Literally trade prices, so absolutely amazing. With the deal of the day, we have got the texturizing hammer with interchangeable heads as well. I've only ever seen that, I think, once previously before. An amazing deal. I've done price comparisons. Rob and I were talking about it upstairs. The fact that it's not just the texturing hammer, it's the one with all of those 12 different textures to go along with it. So I saw hundreds of pounds actually for one texturing hammer, so very affordable. We've got an amazing blue opal strand. We've got stunning peacock pearls, which are coming up about 9:30, so not long to wait for these. Look at the amount of iridescence that you're actually getting here. Guaranteed, I'm going to say it, I'm going to put it out there, under £10. I mean, these are that's the epitome of peacock pearls, is to have not just that sort of Tahitian steely blue, is to have the actual spectrum colours as well, included as the play of light. Coming up, as I said, 9:30, we've got featherweight headpins. Nathalie, featherweight headpins.
They're like gold dust.
They are like gold dust.
Yes,
you're absolutely right.
definitely.
Totally agree. They're coming up as well in a huge bundle at the end of this hour as a star buy. What else? So many new ins, I can't even remember them all. There's still things on the way over to us as well, Nathalie. They're that new.
Oh, it's exciting.
I think we're talking about a dozen at least. A dozen new ins, so there's a lot. And of course, the gorgeous Nathalie, who we don't get to see that often. How are you, honey?
Very well, thank you.
Jolly
Not
good.
bad.
And did you enjoy the kits?
I love the kits.
I'm loving what
Really
I've
love the
seen.
kits.
I'm seeing with your
Yes.
pieces.
Thank you.
In fact, wow. This is because I haven't had a chance to have a chat with you before the show,
No.
and so this is the first time I'm actually seeing the designs. Amazing, you're gonna love them. Okay, and so much more clearance opportunities. It's going to be quite fast and pacey, so I hope you can stay with me throughout the entirety. Okay. Oh, I've just had confirmation. And do you know what? You hear people saying that, please confirm. It literally did just happen. I had the phone rang, didn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
The phone just rang in the gallery. And was it Scott? Scotty Too Hotty? Yeah. Was just saying, I can confirm, today, and today only, free postage and packaging. All day.
Wow.
Everybody, irrespective of whether you buy once or whether you buy 100 times, free postage and packaging. Can't say fairer than that. There we go.
Excellent.
That's money back in your pocket at the end of the day, and that's just literally been confirmed as we speak live on air. Shall we start with some... Oh my, these are the big, officially, hands down, the biggest Mookaite I've ever seen.
Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Oh, Nathalie,
Oh.
Look at the size of them.
They
These are, I've
rockers.
never seen anything this size before.
No.
Never. Mookaite generally tends to be a lot smaller, you know, sort of 6 mil or maybe even 8 millimeter rounds. Look at the size of these, drilled through the centre. They're basically cabochons, aren't they?
Yeah. Pendants,
That's my favourite there.
cabochons.
Look at that one. Look at that one.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, pendants, necklaces, restrung just like so. There is only a handful of them though, so very limited opportunity. Totally and utterly natural. This gemstone, which is from Australia, one locational gemstone, comes in wonderful palettes of mustards and creams and reds and yellows. Already lots of you getting involved. $19.95. That's a steal of a deal for Mookaite. Mookaite's exceptionally usually one of the most considered gemstones that we bring you here in terms of price point. When you're looking at 700 carats and individual carat weights of that size, then obviously exceedingly exciting deal. Jay, hello to you. Julia, Sharon, Deborah Jane, multi-buying. I don't know if I'll ever be able to bring you this size of Mookaite ever again. It's certainly my first experience of it in my entire career, not just here at JewelleryMaker, entirely. I mean, aren't they fabulous? It's the formations and the colours that you get, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I love them. I'll definitely use them as individual, as pendants, I think.
Yeah,
and like
I
you
think,
say, wrap, you know, you could wrap, wire wrap them. Beautiful.
They'd be amazing. And because they're so sizable, Natalie, you don't need all of more than one really in any one piece. Amazing. Congratulations. Do stay where you are. Now, the rounds. Oh, this with the Mookaite would be amazing. Totally and utterly natural. Can I just say, all you early birds, you're getting some serious deals. Serious deals. Now, Garnet is natural. It's a gemstone where there's no known treatment. Comes in multiples of colours, but probably the most recognised is that rich, full-bodied red that you are seeing here. Light will play inside these gorgeous gemstones because it's highly, highly refractive. Rare to get them in 8 mil rounds, so similarly on the back of your Mookaite opportunity, it is a gemstone which generally tends to form a lot smaller than. I had a conversation with part of the sort of buying team going back last year, so like I said, when we were part of TGGC, and I was instructed that because the quality of garnet like this is so rare, so little is coming out of the ground, it's forcing jewellery houses to have it set into gold and gold only, not silver. So the price is following and obviously a gold price tag. 240 carats. Now bear in mind what Rob has just said to me. The early birds are getting exceptional deals this morning, so you're going to be absolutely delighted that you that you woke up nice and early. Now, that's what we're talking about. There's not a lot I can say to that, really, is there, Natalie?
No, not really.
I mean, that's a price tag you expect to pay for gemstones which are quite abundant. This is not an abundant gemstone. Hello, Dee, my darling, in South Yorkshire. Good morning, all. It's my birthday today, so looking for some lovely bargains to treat myself to. Have a great day, folks. Dee, happy birthday, my darling. You know, most importantly, you have a lovely day. You have a lovely day. I hope you've been spoilt rotten. Thank you, honey. Got a cup of tea. Just been delivered. Victoria has just said in Hertfordshire, just restrand, fabulous, absolutely, with rose gold spaces. And by the way, you'll probably get some of those spaces within that pack. $6.95 only for 240 carats. I mean, how many have we got of these, Rob? We've got 37 left, but that's obviously not including everybody that's already made those confirmations. And I would be absolutely Speedy Gonzales right now, you know, making sure I punch those digits super fast to guarantee success. Anne-Marie, Kathleen, Lee, Belinda, Oksana, hello to you, Donna, Violet, Nicole, Norma, Teresa, Tina, nice to be with you. Bristol's there, London's there. Dee, I can see you there, my darling. Happy birthday! See, can't say any better than this, can you?
What a lovely birthday present.
What an amazing birthday present. And of course, if anybody is a January baby, then this is your birthstone. But if you think it looks amazing on your screens, wait till you get it home. That's when it is going to get so much better because the light, it loves to bask. You know, it's definitely a sun worshipper. yeah, bask. It's a good word, isn't it? Loves to bask in sunlight. 0800 644 655. Shirley, Marie, Buckinghamshire, congratulations. Margaret in Midlothian. I've still got a sizable quantity allocated in baskets, but they're not confirmed, so then it's first come, first serve. Janet, well done. Maria, well done. Sue-Ann, well done. Mandy, well done. I would be doing in sort of your double figures. You know, and I'm not talking about just £10, £10, £12. You expect your garnet, even here at JewelleryMaker prices, which are always very competitive, I would expect this to have been sort of £25 at least. So £6.95 is an incredible, incredible deal. I'm not surprised that we have got people multi-buying. Okay, how about, bear in mind we've got blue opal coming up as a star buy. I think you need this strand as a complementary opportunity. Rob's words, my producer, I don't get it. What don't you get? The meaning of life? Quantum physics? Algebra? You understand quantum physics better than you understand this? As in the price. Beautiful baby pinks. Okay. We have sold over 400 of these. And the reason why Rob is confused, and he's an intelligent guy, you know, clearly educated, is because this is £6.95. Totally natural. It's not wishy-washy. It's a perfect powder baby pink.
That is so pretty.
And that's what we want, Nathalie, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's really, you can see the shimmer from here as well when you're swirling it.
Yeah, you can see that gorgeous lustre. I love the fact that you've got those peaches and pinks within this strand. I agree with you, Rob. £6.95 is not something I was expecting at all. You said first come, first serve. Add it to your order. I mean, that's a no-brainer. If you ever thought that... If you ever thought that you wouldn't own opal or coloured opal, then today is the show. Grab this and make sure you do stay tuned. Lee, Margaret, Julianne, Linda, Marion, Karen, Belinda, Oksana, Kathleen in Somerset. Lots of you allocating this to your baskets. I'm not surprised. I mean, again, you think about what we'd ordinarily bring you any variety of opal for, and £6.95 would never come into the sort of our thought concept. Victoria, oh, stop it, please. Wasn't going to buy garnet or opals, all under a tenner, not right. Totally agree, Victoria. I know. I think you need that, you know, the spaces that are coming up in between, and that's it. Just keep it really simple. I mean, this is great for if you think. Do you know somebody that's just had a little girl, or do you know somebody that's a bit of a princess or has a little girl? Yeah, doesn't have to have just had one. Would you love to wear with this? Because I'm 37 years old, and I would certainly be enjoying those gorgeous baby pinks. Well done. Stay where you are. Got to move on. Shall we bring you some ruby? I say some.
There's quite a bit on that strand.
Precisely. And Ollie, my producer, has just said, they're rubies. They're absolutely huge. Just picture the fact that these are individual solitaires. So can you imagine, take this off the strand and imagine them set into jewellery. I know that's what you do naturally, but imagine them then, whatever piece that or whatever design that you have in your mind, imagine it then in a jewellery house, and imagine the price tag. Natural ruby. It's an amazing colour. You know, it's not black. It's not so dark that you can't detect those red tones. This has got a gorgeous, rich, ripe cherry colour, hasn't it? Which is really amazing. Not Fisher filled. Yes, these are opaque. And of course, ruby can be, it more often than not is an opaque gemstone. Very rarely has, in fact, it doesn't really have clarity like a diamond's. That's not something that we really talk about with this gemstone, because it has what we call internal silks. Okay. 100 carats of ruby. We have less than 50 of these available. It's limited, and we've got web bidders. Check it. What on earth is that?
I think Rob's gone mad this morning.
Rob? This is day 9 in a row, mind, that he's been in this studio.
Maybe he's going a bit delirious now.
I think he's definitely delirious, Nathalie. I think maybe he needs a little, a cool damp cloth on the forehead, to be honest. I'm loving it because JewelleryMaker, there are 21 of these, or rather there were. Already half the stocks has gone with Catherine, with Susan, with Lee, with Merseyside, Donna, Angela, Mandy, Barbara, Marion. Start as you mean to go on, Rob says. So if you're on those phone lines, please stay where you are. If you haven't already dialed, give it a try. I'll quickly count these for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. 29 rubies there. 29. A ruby for pennies. That's ludicrous. Becky, who's looking lovely today? I'm loving the dress. She's looking gorgeous. This has just arrived, right, Becky?
Yeah, just.
As a showstopper. 10 to 11. 5 pairs of sterling silver pearl earrings.
Oh.
Can I say
I'm not
that?
gonna get them.
Should I say it only once? No, I'm not going to say it. You have to tune in. You'll have to tune in. It's a showstopper. There's a showstopper price. So make sure you do stay tuned. Okay, are we ready for our kit? I'm going to take a mosey over to the lovely Nathalie. And I'm going to take my cappuccino.
Cappuccino, yeah.
Cup of cha. Cup of cha. Oh, I love a good cup of tea. Love a good cup. I'm seizing now, Nathalie. Do you know what?
Oh, bless you.
Ollie, did you just laugh?
I feel your pain. I know what you're going through.
I tell you what, I think my one hip.
Oh, it'll be worth it in the end.
Oh, it's totally worth it.
Bundle.
Totally worth it. I'm not complaining at all, but I just waddle and groan a little bit more. Lovely to see you, my
And
darling.
you.
I haven't had a chance to really get up close with all of your designs.
no.
Just gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
I mean, this is so incredibly intricate. It's almost chainmail.
Yes, and it feels, if you sort of touch it, it does actually feel like chainmail.
It does, yeah. Ollie is saying as well that he thought it was. I think because it's got that quite metallic look about it with the individual beads as well. And they're seed beads, right?
They are.
So we've got those to bring you as well. Now again, in a separate, we've split the kit up into 2 separate parts. Loving this strand.
Beautiful.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And I'm a big fan of monochromes, so this kit is right up my street. So you've got gorgeous 4 strands of gemstones, plus also your threading material, which I'll show you that first. So now your beading thread, your monofilament, and your clear elastic. So absolute essentials. You can't create any of Nathalie's designs without the threading material.
Exactly.
So that is absolutely essential, and we don't get to feature it on air that often.
No.
So exciting to see those. Every single strand of genuine gemstones that I'm about to show you is totally and utterly natural. And I think I'm going to start with that strand.
Oh yes, my favourite, spinel.
Black spinel, 30 centimetres of 2 by 1 millimetre, so these are micro-faceted. Talk about sparkle. Absolutely, I mean, I'm stood behind it there, so that's why it's dark in the background. But look at that gorgeous sparkle, isn't it? And it's just absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And this gemstone has to be worn to see that paparazzi flash, to see I always call it the seductive gemstone.
It's gorgeous.
Because it is so incredibly lustrous and sexy in terms of how it flashes. Okay, now it's going to go amazing with those rubies that you've just bought as well. What else do we have? How about some gorgeous pearls? Spinel and pearl as a combination. I mean, it's just a marriage made in heaven. These are absolutely breathtakingly sizable. 8 by 6 millimetre up to 9 by 7 millimetres, so they've got a variation, but big solitaires, big solitaires. And again, if you're new to jewellery making, you've got the threading material. Don't forget, all you need to do is restrand this, and you've got a high-end piece of jewellery, like so. Now, rare that I get to bring you this gorgeous gemstone. even more rare that I get to bring it to you in this lovely shape. Now, some people call them monkey nuts. Some people call them figure of eight. Some people call them bows. I like bows the best. So they have kind of got that sort of infinity shape, I suppose, where they're pinched at the waist. So hourglass, that's what I refer to them as. Hourglass gemstones. And it is your incredible rutile quartz, black rutile quartz. Can you tell that I had a little bit of baby brain? I couldn't think what the gemstone was. For a second I just went, I just had a little bit of a moment there for a second. But thankfully Rob came to my rescue. You know, I'm blank, you know, and everything shuts down. Everything shuts down. Anyway, this gorgeous gemstone, so it's quartz, it's a durable gem, but it's exceedingly rare because you have got shards, almost like arrows, I suppose, like Impressionist art, I guess, running through each of the gemstones in different formations, very, very sporadic. No two will be the same, often form asterisms in the heart of the gem as well. It is so incredibly contemporary, of course, but Mother Nature's natural creation. I absolutely adore it. Love this shape though. So yeah, your hourglass shape. And last but by no means least, I also have, look at this, totally natural moonstone in these lovely peachy tones. That really softens, the moonstone really softens this kit.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so pretty and delicate. I think they work beautifully with the kit.
Yeah, because you can really take this kit into different dimensions. Yeah. That's what I love. I mean, you could take the pearls and the moonstone and create something very girly, very feminine. Or you can create something maybe with the spinel and the pearls, something very classic and timeless. Or something very contemporary with the rutile quartz. Absolutely amazing. Now, and also your threading material. So 4 strands should be £34.25 with all your threading material. Not even close. We're going so incredibly low. Again, for the black rutile quartz, for the natural moonstone, for the spinel, if you think about 30 centimetres of genuine spinel here, £22.95. And the fact that you have got such a versatility in this kit where you can go in different dimensions. For example, like if you love making your bridal pieces, this is going to suit.
Yeah. Perfect.
If you love making quite edgy, funky designs, it's going to suit.
It just ticks all the boxes.
All of the boxes. And again, I think lots of people are going to be favouring that spinel, but also the fact that it has pearls, which is one of our biggest sellers, and the fact that it also has that black rutile quartz in those lovely shapes. That's a really nice combination, actually, putting the pearls with the black rutile.
Yeah, I think it's very, it's almost, it is classic in design with the pearls, but with the pendant on it, I think it sort of makes it a bit sort of rock chicky almost.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. I think it's going to appeal to lots.
Yes, if you took the pendant away, it'd be very classic.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
But with that, it makes it a bit edgy. So.
And rutile quartz is not, like I said, it's not something you see every single day, and it's very unique. It's one of our biggest sellers in terms of when I used to do showcases and things. Used to do hours of rutile quartz, which always used to be hugely popular. Remember as well, it's free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day, so you're not even paying the £2.95 delivery. You can buy 10 of these and it'll still be the cost of the kit and free postage and packaging. I don't think I've done that since I've been back here at JewelleryMaker.
That's brilliant.
Don't think I have. Well done. And obviously you've got lots of natural gemstones there. Loads of you getting involved. Loads of you getting involved, and loads of you loving the rutile quartz as well. Now, look at these. I'm not going to tip them out because you know what? It's a recipe for disaster, and I don't think I will be popular if I tip these everywhere. So I won't. Okay, these are your very titanium, hematite-esque seed beads. They're black plated brass seed beads, which I've not seen.
I haven't seen these before.
No.
And I am a big fan of the seed beads.
Me too.
So I'm hoping there's going to be one kit left for me at the end.
Well, you can always do like what lovely Laura did when we were on air together last. She like made a quick dash.
Oh,
made a quick dash and made sure that she didn't miss out. Yeah, because I've seen the copper, I've seen the bronze, I've seen the yellow gold, and I've seen the silver. This is the first time I'm actually seeing the black plate. I love them. You've got 2 different sizes here, 3x2 and 4x3, and you're getting 750 in the 3x2 and 375 in the 4x3, so they're slightly larger. So which ones have you used in that design that we were just looking at then, Nathalie?
I've mainly used the smaller ones, and then just at the bottom I've just I've sort of added probably about, not many, of the larger size. It looks like a lot, but
literally just dotted a few along the bottom. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And just keeping something very simple, sort of in terms of the neckline of this piece. Yeah. And that's just literally rethreaded? Using what?
Oh gosh, not many.
No, what threading material?
Did the beading thread.
Using the beading thread, so very simple, very simple. But yet again, something that you could layer up and create something like maybe a big. You've got enough here. You've got over 1,000 of your seed beads, so you've got plenty to create a real layered effect.
Oh yeah, you could definitely. I mean, they just go on forever.
They do. I bet you didn't use them all.
No, I've still got a lot of the larger ones. I did use most of the small ones, but that is pretty bead heavy, that necklace there. So.
But yet lightweight, so it can be wearable. Now, for those of you that have never worked with our seed beads before, they have got a really substantial drill hole through the centre, so you can easily get most of our threading material. In fact, probably your leathers, your wax cords, your suede cords will go through there as well. It's great for French beading, so if any of you have got Sarah Elvin's DVD of French beading, it's available on our website. If not, then this is what you'd use. Great for making your gemstones go that little bit further. There we go, you can see the drill holes there, can't you? Because Nathalie's, you've set them on the side there. That's a lovely detail. And,
you know, when you're making quite elaborate pieces, it just makes life so much easier that the holes are that size. So, you know.
Can I just point out, when we launched these seed beads, wasn't it something like 15 quid for a tube? For one tube?
Yeah, because I can remember getting them.
You paid that. I think I launched them because I did the DVD with Sarah. Yeah. You're getting 2 lots here, 2 tubes, in the rarely seen black. In fact, no, I've never seen it before. For £19.95. That's incredible.
That's brilliant.
And, you know, even if you don't do French beading or you don't do, what's the other, weaving, things like that, it's great for just accenting. Yeah. Decorating. Imagine one of these either side of a pearl.
That's it, and that's all you need, you know.
All you need, literally, or just simply restrand it. So that's an incredible deal. To be honest, I'm pretty much looking at this as sort of buy one and you're getting one for a £5. When really, when we launched them, it would have been around £30 plus. Absolutely incredible. Maria, Surrey, Rita, Sue-Ann, Sharon, Catherine, Belinda, Buckinghamshire, Swetha, Jane, hello to you, Clackmannanshire, Jane, you're with me, and Linda in Lancashire, nice to be with you, absolutely fabulous. For your gents jewellery, I think they'd be amazing, not just ladies.
Yeah, work really well with gents jewellery. You could do the little beaded beads, do the cufflinks and things like that.
That's a nice idea, for a cufflink.
Macrame, perfect. Kumihimo, perfect. Bead looming,
I don't think there's anything.
They work with everything. They're so versatile.
I don't think there is a single technique where you couldn't incorporate these into, you know, steampunk, talking about fashions. You could do steampunks, you can do your gents jewellery, as we were saying earlier on. Something very classic and something very current. Anyway, okay, what is it that you're going to demonstrate, my darling?
I'm going to demonstrate the ring.
The ring?
Because the reason I'm going to demonstrate it is it covers the necklace is right angle weave. Okay, so I'm going to show you this and you'll get an idea of how...
is it the same technique?
It's the same technique, but obviously that's a bit more elaborate, you need to add on.
Yes.
But I think it's just quite nice to see how it works. You could do a single strand of this if you wanted to make a necklace.
I assume once you've got started with this, then you'll naturally understand how to progress it and make it that bit bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely beautiful. So you can see this is all using what threading material?
I have used just some beading thread, but you could use the monofilaments. That would be absolutely fine. But I'm using this because you can't see on with demo if I use monofilaments.
Good
I'm
point.
using some
there we go.
Thread.
Good
Okay.
point. Good point.
Right,
so because obviously
fine.
Nathalie is demoing and live, just so you can see and you can follow it. That's a really good point.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
So you start off with the smaller size seed beads, and you're probably going to need about just short of a metre. That will be more than ample, but it's better to have more than less. Okay. And you start off by threading on 8 seed beads. Okay.
8?
Yeah. For this design, you can, if you want to use the larger beads, you can, but obviously it will be a chunkier design. So I'm just going to put these on.
And you're just using a needle?
Yeah,
one
just
of the
using a
beading
beading
needles?
needle, size 10 beading needle. I don't know if you've got any on the website, but you can get them in craft shops if not. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so once you've got them on, take them down to nearly the end of your thread and leave a tail. Okay, so you can see, and we're just going to tie a little knot there. So you've got a little loop, if you can see there. And then you're just going to do another overhand knot, or a surgeon's knot, I should say. Okay, and just leave that tail just there for now, okay? So now, what you need to do, you just want to go around and thread your needle through all the beads again, just to reinforce it.
So do the full 360 again.
Yeah, so go right round, so that's 1. It just gives it a bit more strength. So, and I normally just go through in 2s, because otherwise, you know, if you try and do more than that, it gets a bit confusing. And you'll see that it starts to maintain, like it is rounds, but you can see the beads will start to squash into 2s naturally once you start working with it, and it becomes, I can't really say it's square-like, but it gets a little bit of an angle to it, and because these are rondelle shaped, it creates a nice pattern. Okay, right, so now that you've got your 8 beads, you start with 8, but from now onward you're only going to add 6. Okay, so you're exiting out, the bead you're exiting out of, so you're going to add your 2, that's 1, 2, and you're going to go, so we're on the right hand side now, so that's why it's called right angle weave. I said hangle. And you're going to go through, you're going to go back around through, so you're not, where you're exiting out of, you're not going to go back through there, you're going to go back round and back through 2 beads. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get that through. There you go, so you can see that there. I was actually supposed to put 6 on, bear with me, too busy concentrating. So you start with 8 and then you work with 6, okay?
Okay.
So that's the key to remember, because if you start at 8, it's just going to distort the shape. Right, let's start again. So you're going to go back through 2. So you're always working back through 2, and you'll see now that it starts to create a loop. Right, so I pull that. So you can see the loop there, okay? So now, once you've got that, give it a tug, okay, because it will try and loosen. So just try and keep your work nice and taut. And just take your time, because these are not perfect rounds, they will try and move. So you then, once you've got that, you can see your thread is again exiting towards the right. You have to thread through 2 beads and then another 2. And then you're going to add your 6 on again. So you've gone through, in total, you've gone through your 4 beads. Okay? Does that make sense, do you think?
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Right,
I'm with you.
Yeah, good.
I'm engrossed in what you're saying.
So I'm going to add another 6, and then I'll show you how to do the back of the ring, because the back of the ring is actually slightly different.
Okay, so we're doing the front at the moment. So, like Nathalie said, these aren't round; they are deliberately rondelles, a sort of rondelle shape, just by a millimetre in difference. So they do sit beautifully against one another, and particularly at the back as well. So wait till you see the back, which is as important as the front.
It is.
In terms of the design.
So again, I'm just going to show you this one more time. So you're exiting out from the bottom, and you're on the, I've got the needle in my right hand, and I'm going to go back through the 2 beads. So the top there, and then the one where the thread's exiting out of. Okay, thread that through, and that's going to loop round.
So for those people that have never done beading like this before, is it easy to pick up?
It is. It's really straightforward, and there's loads of tutorials as well. You know, if you just look on search engines for right angle weave. So and
on our own website as well, and with our own DVD.
But this is, you know, this is a good way to start, really. You know, if you just want to move on from just like the basic threading, this is a good way to start. And because these have got such large holes, it's, you know, it can be quite intricate, but with the holes being so big, it just makes it a little bit easier when you're starting out.
Also the fact that, you know, you are basically stitching through gemstones, and like I said, there's a big substantial drill hole, and whatever you stitch is not going to be seen. So really, you can't really make a mistake, can you?
No.
Or the mistake, if you do make a mistake, then it's going to be hidden anyway.
Yeah. So it is, you know, it's a really nice one to start with, nice weave. Okay, so you just continue that until you get 5 loops. Okay, so I'll just show you here. So it's one I prepared earlier. Okay, so you can see there I did on the 5 loops, and then we're going to work on this back bit here. So all this is just threading on 2 beads. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So you're threading on 2, and then another 2, and another 2. So it's really straightforward.
Now, before Nathalie does that, because you're using a black thread, and I'm thinking, because these are black black seed beads, some people might want to have the black thread to go alongside. Also, we're here at JewelleryMaker, we've actually launched quite a lot of pearl seed beads, and what is favoured is silk with pearls, because it's a natural fibre. It has got a protective element. You know, it has got it's made up of layers the same way that gemstones are as well. It's regarded as luxurious, most definitely. So we have the black silk available, 180 metres, and this is the very fine 0.10 millimetre thickness. You can double that up, you can quadruple it up, you can do whatever if you wanted to make it thicker. But the reason why this is finer in gauge is because it will go through the tiny seed beads, which JewelleryMakers, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, you're going to see a lot of.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of in the foreseeable, shall we say. Yesterday we had seed bead pearls sold out. So they were champagne, absolutely gorgeous. But yes, you will be seeing a lot more of your tiny gemstones. Get ahead of the game and get hold of this now, because it's what you're going to need in the future. I can't give the game away. I don't want to spoil any surprises, but there is some very exciting launches. 180 metres for your pure definite black silk.
That's lovely.
Doesn't it look lovely with white pearls as well?
It does, yeah.
It looks amazing with white pearls.
It does, and it's so strong, and it makes your jewellery flow so much nicer.
Is that right?
Yeah, so if you use it for knotting, it just makes it flow beautifully. And like even if you was to use it, for example, with this weave, it would make it flow really nice. It wouldn't be as taut.
It's slightly, even though it's got the strength, it is quite soft.
Yeah.
Silk is soft, isn't it, I suppose?
So you'll get a really nice flow with it.
I actually researched silk on Wikipedia and just sort of put silk. And it came up with, obviously, if you research silk, you tend to put the word in, don't you? You've got 5 hours of this. Yeah, and it said about, and I thought, oh gosh, the irony, the connection between silk and gemstones, because it was talking about how the lustre is formed out of layers upon layers, which have progressively been built up, obviously, with the natural fibre itself. And that's how you get that lovely sheen, that lovely shine across the exterior, the same way that gemstones do give you lustre. So it seems right that those two actually are you know, a pair, I suppose, and in unison. But yeah, if you go to, if you buy pearls, particularly your high quality pearls, then 9 times out of 10 they're going to be threaded with silk.
Definitely, yeah.
Because it's just generally what we assume. I'm not saying it's the only thing that can be used, but generally it's what we assume goes with pearls, and a really contemporary look of the black as well. But again, it gets great. Goes great with these seed beads. Julian Dorset, my lovely, is saying, "Good morning, ladies and team. Fab design, so pretty and elegant, lovely and stylish. A bit like Nathalie, isn't it? Exactly like Nathalie. Yeah, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. $7.95 and 180 meters, so you're going to easily be able to do all of Nathalie's designs with that. Fabulous. Back to you, my darling.
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, we're going to just do the back of the ring now. So you need to create the 5 loops. If you're making a larger ring, obviously create 6 loops, okay? And then we're going to do this part here, which is the back of the ring. So to do that, you're going to exit out again from the right. And all you're going to do now is this really straightforward, is add 2 beads every time. So where you're exiting out of, you're going to go back round to create a loop. So we're going to thread that through. Okay, just give that a tug. Give it a good tug. This quite, you know, if you're using that silk, that's perfect. Even the monofilament is strong, so don't panic, it won't snap.
If anything, it's quite good to do that, to give it a bit of a stretch,
well,
because you're condensing all the fibres, aren't you?
Especially with silk, that's perfect, okay, so again, so you can see there's the 2, and they'll sit nicely side by side, and the more you build that pattern up, that design up, the more, if I just put that down on the mat, the more they'll sit snugly together, okay? So I'm going to add another 2 again, and what I do is flip it over, so that the thread's coming out of the bottom, just so you make it it's clearer for you. And then you're going to thread back through again to create another loop with the thread, and you're going to pull. So you can see now that they're sitting nicely next to each other. What I tend to do is thread back through twice, just to build up the strength of the ring. So I've gone back through it all again, okay?
Just to give that extra strength.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm thinking as well? This design, it's great for those people that maybe have got allergies to metals or things like that. So.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So this could be, because it's obviously there's not going to be any reaction with the threading material itself.
No, not at all. So that is literally, I'll just do one more and then I'll show you how to add the moonstone, okay? So one more, so again, I flip it over so that the thread's coming out the bottom and to the right, and we're going to go back through the top bead and back down through the bead that we were exiting, and pull. Okay, and you can see they naturally just sit lovely next to each other, okay? So you're going to continue that to the desired length of the ring. We've got, you know, you can, if you're making it for someone, obviously use a ring mandrel, or I made it for myself conveniently, so to fit my finger. So I've got this now, one I prepared earlier, to the desired length, okay? So now you simply just go back, let's pick up the right needle for a start, back through, and you'll see that the beads, the 2 side beads here, so the first loop we made, you can see there that these 2 beads here are naturally sitting to the sides, which is why these rondelles are so nice, because it's clear which 2 beads that you need to go through. Okay, so you're going to just thread back through those, and then it will form the ring shape. Okay. We've
had some new wire and some new materials lately, which these will go perfectly with, the findings and everything. They go amazingly with. If you love the black wire and the white wire, these would look stunning, wouldn't they?
Beautiful.
Absolutely
really,
incredible.
Really
and again, with the actual rutile quartz, incredible. Lots and lots of you on the phone lines and on the web. For this kit, very popular, under £20.
So I'm just going to
under £20
there, so you can see all I've done is connected the strand, the length we've just created at the back to the loop at the front, and I've literally just carried on. So I'm just sewing round those 4 beads. So I'll just do that a couple of times. Okay, so that's one, just to reinforce it. So it's straightforward stitching, really, this part. Okay, so that's nice and strong now. And then we want to add the moonstone. So the moonstone on the ring is just in between each loop, top and bottom. So it's up to you how many moonstone you want to add. I just made sure that I filled all of these little gaps in between the loops. Okay, so you need to get your thread, sew your thread down through the beads until you're exiting out of the first loop, first gap rather, not loop. And I've picked randomly the moonstone. I've not colour graded it or anything, but I know some people like to colour grade.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about that the other day actually. Some people are quite like law binding.
Yeah.
Loves to be a little bit more organic.
Yes, I do as well.
You're
so
organic.
I've kind of
See?
just picked it up randomly.
And then there's the likes of Fleur who, oh no.
Yeah, has to be
orderly.
Yeah.
An orderly fashion, so
all I've done, so I've added the beads. I'll do another one now. So I've picked moonstone. I'm picking them randomly as well. So try and find the hole. These are quite nice sizes as well. So I've threaded it on, and all you're going to do is you're going to go through to the next gap, and you're going to stitch that through there. Okay. So I'll just come out. Sorry, I've not gone through yet. And I'm just going to fill all the gaps in. Oh, look, this has got knotty.
Now this is good because it does happen, doesn't it? So if you have a little knot, Natalie's just had a little knot then in the actual threaded material, and you just basically went back on itself.
Yeah, it's really nice, and that's where the silk's lovely as well. It's quite easy
so
to
you can
manipulate.
Correct errors.
Yeah. So I've got my seed bead on now. I'll let it drop, and you'll see it will naturally go into the gap, so it fits perfectly with these beads. I'm going to go to the next two. Okay, and you'll continue that. So you can see if I just put this flat, try and put it flat, so hard to see. You can see there now, I'm just going to fill in all these gaps. So you're literally just stitching along. So I've got one more to go through there, and then I'm going to work my way, stitch round and to the top, and that is literally it, and you're just going to knot it off.
And there's nothing stopping you making a really big chunky piece, you know.
Make bracelets.
Make
you could
bracelets,
do this with bracelet.
absolutely. Choker necklaces. Or even go to the lengths that you have here with this wonderful, almost mentioning Fleur, actually, chainmail-esque design. Absolutely incredible. Mark in Nottinghamshire has just seen the free P&P graphic. Bonus, absolutely. Can I just point out that we're well aware our graphics are contradicting themselves. This one at the bottom here, this is right, the free postage and packaging. See the one at the bottom of the 1995 on your screen? There's no way of us taking that out, basically. So it's built in, basically. It's like me, part of the furniture, you know. No moving it. There's no moving it whatsoever. So yes, you are getting free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day. You're wonderful. Thank you so much, Nathalie. We'll be back over with you in a short while. More from Nathalie throughout the course of the morning. But it is time for your star buy, the first of many. Don't forget, we have got about a dozen new ins today, and this is like gold dust, as to quote yourself, Nathalie. Featherweight head pins and seed beads. It's gonna be a huge, fast and furious star buy because these are absolute essentials. Okay. Sorry, it just takes me a bit longer to get across now. Already, I only need luck, yes, people are on the phone lines. A featherweight head pin, I mean, we're going to talk about what they're used for, etc. They are essentials. They are like gold dust here at JewelleryMaker because they are that little bit more delicate. So great for hiding the actual featherweight pin itself. Great for rosary linking. They're super long, so you're getting a long length of your of wire with it as well. They're great for pearls, or the gemstones which have got maybe your finer drill holes, like your briolette cuts or your seed beads. Fantastic for all of the above. Now you are getting the gold plated copper, and again I'll show you just how many and how substantial these actually are. A featherweight head pin. I actually use these myself as part of a design because I think they look stunning, just like so, don't you? Create really lovely texture. If I just hold one of them out, so pick it up by the actual ball itself, and you can see how substantial it is. 200 of your head pins, and they're 50 millimeters in length, so nothing is ever wasted, jewellery makers. Whatever you cut off, or if you cut something off and use it as rosary linking, as I said earlier on, they're fabulous for that because they have got that really fine stem, I suppose, which is going to go through, like I said earlier, your narrower gemstones, like your briolettes and your pearls and your seed beads, which you're going to be seeing a lot of in the forthcoming weeks. Now, we're not just done. This star buy also includes some gorgeous rose gold copper brass rather, seed beads. So you've just seen the black earlier on. Imagine this alongside with Nathalie's design. They'd look gorgeous, wouldn't they? There's 600 of these in a tube, and they're 4 millimeter rounds. So they're 4 millimeter in their sides. If I just literally dish a few of those out onto the screen, onto the actual table itself, you can see the gorgeous quality. I mean, what I love about our seed beads is the fact that you really can't detect the join. They are absolutely smooth all the way around, so incredible quality. Imagine your featherweights alongside your seed beads, alongside the black that Nathalie was just working with. 600 of these and 200 of your head pins. Already, by the way, we have well over 20 people who've made confirmations with this price point. It's not where we're stopping. This is not your star buy, but everybody's saying, you know what, Elle, I'm not leaving this to chance. I know that JewelleryMaker will give us the best possible deal, and that we absolutely will. So you've come in, you've made those confirmations sooner rather than later. Rob, quantity, how many have we got? 150, so it's actually not enough. Not if I'd like to have sort of thousands, to be truthful. $14.95 for all of the findings that you've got here. Just to repeat, 200 of your featherweight head pins and 600 of your seed beads. Look at all the collectors there, and again, multi-buyers. Gillian, Merseyside, John and Janet, Anne-Marie, Jenny, Patricia, Christine, you've got yours, Dorothy, Margaret, Clackmannanshire, Susan and Sue-Ann, hello to you, Kathleen and Buckinghamshire and Tony and Isabel. I mean, they're must-haves, aren't they? When we launched, Nathalie, our featherweight head pins, what did it mean to our jewellery makers, and what in particular did it make easier for jewellery makers?
Well, to be honest, I couldn't really ever find them anywhere else other than having to go abroad. You couldn't just walk into a bead shop and get them, so it was obviously a massive relief for me. Yeah, I didn't have to go, you know, buy them overseas
and paying your shipping and handling.
So, and also, you know, like you say with the pearls, they've got such small drill holes, you wouldn't have to ream them and things like that. It just makes life so much easier. It really does, and they're so long as well, so that really helps.
Would you say you use these more than a standard head pin?
I do, actually, yes, I really do, because I work a lot with gemstones and
your
pearls.
Your pieces are quite intricate, aren't they, in terms of the design?
Yeah.
So if you do like intricate designs, similarly, if you like tiara twists and your fascinators, hair combs, they'd be perfect for that. That's really what I make the majority of the time, and I love the featherweight head pins, just on their own, simply. They don't need to have any.
That's it. You can just coil them. There's all sorts you can do with them.
Yeah, Ollie's saying, is it a sternum of a flower? Yeah, they do. That's what as little clusters. Like, I mean, look as I'm holding it like this. Imagine then some, I don't know, some I don't know, fabric or zari ribbon, or some mesh around, just to sort of replicate that, a big bloom. They look absolutely incredible, don't they? Because it's really textured. Yeah, like dried flowers, I suppose. So I absolutely love these, absolutely adore them. And yeah, they do make life a lot easier. If you don't understand what we mean by bead reaming, what we're talking about is some gemstones, the drill hole is a little bit too narrow for certain gauges of findings. These are the finest gauge that we offer, so they'll go through all of them really. I'm yet to find a gemstone where they won't go through. Tons of you there. We had 150. We've still got a few in terms of quantity, but they have absolutely flown. Now we've got coming up at 9:30. I think the very definition of peacock pearls. Peacock pearls have that Tahitian steely blue, but the pearlescence should be so abundant that you see huge impacts of colours, like your reds, your pinks, your golds, your greens, just like this. Now, this is also going to be a super affordable strand, under £10. I mean, perfect with the featherweights that you have just seen. Look at the amount of pearlescence. Look at the amount of colours that you're getting. It's not just a purpley blue or green. It has got those pinks. It is, isn't it, oil on water. That's what we want with this gemstone. We want it to have that lovely performance of colour above the main body colour. So that's going to be up at 9:30. But 10 to 12, we have got 50 packs of findings for you. Crimps, beads and spacers, varieties of each. Now, is this the thing that, this is what Scott was talking to us about, wasn't it, the other day, Rob? Yeah, he was saying, okay, it's gonna be exceptional. Now, this isn't even all of it, because look, I've even got some here in your chiffon packs. You get 50 different types. So 50 different types of your crimps, 50 or your spacers or your space covers. So ultimate findings deal coming up at, what was it, 11:45 did you say? About 10:45 to. Okay, free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day. Our deal of the day is, you know, our deluxe multi-phase texturing hammer, so great for our silver workers, great for our copper workers, our wire workers, great for anybody that likes creating texture on leather and fabrics as well. Make sure you don't go anywhere. More from the gorgeous Nathalie as well. More incredible deals throughout the course of the day after this.
I started crafting from a very young age, doing all sorts of different crafting. That developed into card making and then onto jewellery making.
I got started because my sister started giving us jewellery and the women in the family jewellery as gifts.
To start, I was making it for me, and then my friends saw what I was wearing, and then one of my friends said, well, why don't you have a go at selling? So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see how it goes.
I do like a challenge. Because sometimes you look at something that you can't do it, but then you don't know if you don't try, do you?
When you've made it, and you've just made it, you think that's nice, put it on. When you get it out the next time, that's when you think, yeah, that looks really good, that looks quite professional, I'm proud to wear it.
Quite often at work they'll ask me what I'm wearing. They're astonished. First of all, you think something so simple and they're astonished at the piece of jewellery that you've made.
They say it looks so professional, and when I show them how easy it is to do, they're saying, oh, can I have a go of it?
These necklaces are great for layering up, for atmosphere, sort of holidays.
Because they're there in the living room with you, you get to see the same people on a regular basis and you feel a bit like you know them.
It's like a family, you know all the guests that are on the TV. And then when you come to something like a workshop, it's really good because you seem to know everybody, you know about the people that you're working with.
It just feels like your own family, that you're actually there with them and you are part of their family, you're part of their, you know, their community.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
Did you know that JewelleryMaker's phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
When you place your first order with JewelleryMaker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
Okay, are we doing it, Rob? Let's do it. Call centre, I'm sorry, you're totally and utterly unprepared for this. Totally. Normally we'd prepare our call centre for what we're about to do. But let's just say if you haven't quite woken up, call centre, you will in a second. We're about to bring you, jewellery makers, a beautiful strand, multicoloured strand of your Jasper, which 10mm plain rounds. Just be on those phone lines. Listen, if you shop with me regularly and you know me and you know the Jewellery Maker family, just be on those phone lines. It's free phone. Don't even have to press your option 1 as of yet. Free postage and packaging. This is a great introduction to the family, or jewellery makers who have been with us for however long. You're going to want to get it, even if you've got countless Jasper, because this is just ludicrously low. We've got 300 of these available, 300 within the vault, but you watch how quickly 300 can sell out, because it will. We're not going to have 1s or 2s left over come the end of this auction. Have we got people on the phone lines already? Good, and checkouts, good. Good. I haven't even shown you the strand yet. Good, I'm glad of that, because you know what that tells us? That you trust us. It tells us that you trust us, and you and like Beverly and Catherine, and another Catherine and Pat and Karen, Suffolk and London, everybody that's already made those confirmations. That's the ultimate compliment for us, really. You know, because you haven't even seen what we're taking it to. Haven't even seen the strand, for goodness sake. Right, okay. But believe me, you're not about to be disappointed. You will be absolutely overwhelmed. 10mm plain rounds. Jasper is a gemstone which, quite similar to Mookaite actually, has got lovely dark, rich colours, quite forest greens. You get lovely purples and blues and yellows, formations and patterns across the entirety of them as well. This is great for all the seasons, so very much the full calendar. Look at how many people are already confirming and already multi-buying. Do they see? Web bidders you can see apparently. Okay, telephone bidders. This is what we're talking about. These are natural Jaspers of 10mm rounds, and we're at £3.95. Aren't you glad you dialed through? Because I mean, Natalie, you can't get a coffee for that in some places.
No, I stopped this morning at the services, bought a bottle of water and coffee, and it come to £6.
Bottle of water and a coffee.
And a coffee, it come to £6.
£6, there we go. And I bet you've finished both of them now, haven't you already?
Yeah, I've still got a little bit of water left.
A little bit of water, the coffee's well and truly gone, absolutely. Oh. This is genuine gemstones. I mean, look how beautiful those sort of blues and greens are, absolutely amazing. And yet it's a price tag which most of us don't really have to even think about. That's why I was saying, if you've never purchased from us before, give us a try. This is ideal, no postage and packaging for the entirety of the day. And a free telephone number. You'll just literally be paying the £3.95. There's no hidden costs in that whatsoever. Free postage and packaging, free telephone number. You get our Get Started DVD, which comes along with your first purchase. Gets our JM Hub magazine. You get our Get Started booklet as well. And of course, join everybody on our social media sites like Facebook, like Twitter, like Instagram, all of the above. And you can learn just how to simply restrand this. Actually, to be honest, the Get Started DVD, which I'm with Debbie on, she'll tell you how to just restrand this. It's as simple as, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And you've made your first piece of jewellery. So there were 300. 200 have been allocated. We've got 100 left. 60 in baskets, over 60 in actual fact. So can I just say good luck to Tatiana in, don't know. Has she gone? She's got it. Oh yeah, Tatiana in London, you've got it, that's why. Kirsty, Catherine, well done. Kay, no, good luck. Pat, Suzanne, Wendy, Sian, Joan, Harmana. So just to put this into perspective, it's free to call. You'll be on the phone lines for literally minutes. There might be a little bit of a queue now, but it doesn't matter, it's not costing you anything. It's free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day, whether you buy this or whether you buy 100 items. And you're getting genuine gemstones for £3.95. How many hobbies can you start for £3.95?
That'd be such a nice gift for someone, wouldn't it, as a starter gift? You know, if you wanted them to get into jewellery making. £3.95, like you say, you get the DVD, the instructions, genuine gemstones, and it's free postage and packaging.
Exactly.
So, you know, if you don't
you're away, aren't you?
Yeah.
How many hobbies can you actually do that with?
Yeah.
Because usually you have to invest quite a lot to actually sort of start something off initially. Not here right now. Okay, we're over allocated as many of you choose to multi-buy. I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. I would be doing exactly the same. Beautiful textures. 300, piff, puff, poof. Just like that, Rob. Piff, puff, poof. What's that from?
You made it up.
I didn't make it up. What's piff, puff, poof from?
I have no idea.
Is it me? Am I showing my age again? Bippity boppity boo, that's another one.
That's one, yeah.
Piff, puff, poof is something. I think it's Mary Poppins.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty... That's it, a magician. See, I'm going back to when I was young. Just because he was born in 1949 doesn't mean that he can't be a magician. My parents were born in 1949. Was he a children's entertainer? Piff, puff, poof. I think he must have been. The Great Soprendo. See. So weird that that just came out. I tell you what, it was a very important issue that needed addressing. Where on earth did Piff Puff Poof come from? Where did it come from? Anyway, we've only got 15 of these remaining. 300 of them gone within literally a matter of minutes. Not surprised in the least. Well done. Okay, shall we do another deal like that? But no, you can't do it. These headbands, all brand new. So the black. Do the black. I've got, how many am I meant to have?
I've got one here.
Oh, Natalie, you've got one.
Yeah.
So I've got two, Natalie's got the other.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to bring the black first. This with your first kit, this with your second kit actually would be amazing. Now these are so comfortable to wear. Speaking from personal experience, where wearing Alice bands like this or fascinators, which obviously many will secure a fascinator to an Alice band, when you start getting those pressure points in the side of your head. Have you ever had that, Nathalie?
Oh, yeah.
It's agony, isn't it? And you've got it for the entirety of the day.
Like throbs all day.
All day.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying it because I'm biased, our JewelleryMaker Alice bands, you don't find that at all. They don't dig into the side of the head. They're great for all different ages, not just adults. They're great for youngsters as well. They have got that lovely almost satin cord which is spiraled, and you are getting 3. I've only got 2 here, but Natalie's got one as well. I assume to have a little bit of a play with. Have got that lovely satin cord across the surface as well. And then if I turn it round, can you see those comfort those little comfort pads, so which basically sort of, yeah, like little socks, I suppose, which kind of stop the actual metal from digging in behind the ears or pressure points on the head. If you're wearing something like for a wedding or for the entirety of the day, you don't want it to be hurting, do you? Because if you're anything like me, once it starts hurting, you just simply cannot stop mithering it, and that's on your mind then. So comfort of wear. Already, look how many of you there. You are getting the 3. I know I've only got 2 here on your screens, but you are definitely getting the free. Don't forget, free postage and packaging. How much would you pay for the one of these beautiful headbands on the high street? You're going to pay £6.95 for all 3. Now, I'm totally going to quote you there, Ollie, because that's hilarious. Ollie has just said to me in my ear. Now, I was in Miss Selfridge the other day. Yeah. Buying a dress for his niece. Yes. £7.99 for all of the jewellery next to the counter, including headbands like this. Individually. Yeah, totally. And they weren't, you know, wrapped in material or anything like that, and I bet they were really uncomfortable to wear. I can imagine that. I can imagine that as well, Ollie. I really can, because that's we almost become complacent. I like these worn as headbands as well, sort of like this, Nathalie, across there. Rather than actually be up like this, I also like them across like that, so you can sort of tuck the sides in. It's really fashionable for sort of your festival jewellery to have something suspended from.
Yeah, it's quite like bohemian sort of look,
yeah,
isn't it?
very bohemian. Yeah, absolutely. And the black is going to go with so much. You get all 3. You can see the lovely lustre of the satin cord. And yeah, you're not just getting 2, you're getting all 3 of them as well. Okay, should we do the bronze? Got 3 different colours.
Oh, they're nice.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Do you know what else you could use these for? As torque necklaces. You know, there's nothing stopping you. Let's give it a go. Yeah.
Very nice.
Doesn't, because it sits on the angle. It sits like a sort of 45-degree angle. That really works, doesn't it? And I can barely feel it. I can barely feel it. It's so comfortable. Little girls, right the way up to big girls. These are going to be popular, you know, because I don't think it matters what age you are.
No, and I think that colour, I mean all the colours we've got, but that colour with the bronze wire, or the gold would look gorgeous, wouldn't it?
Would look gorgeous, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
And I saw on Facebook, if you've not joined us on our Facebook page, that we uploaded some of Linda Brumwell, another guest designer, her fascinators, where the fascinator bases, and she's used various different threads and gemstones and zaris. It's so easy, basically, to put together a fascinator.
Yeah.
And if you think how much they charge for one fascinator in a shop, I know, believe me, I'm going to a wedding. I'm going to Hannah Bennett's wedding in June. I'm ever so worried, because it's, you know, it's going to be an amazing event, and there's going to be lots of beautiful people in wonderful dresses and outfits. I'm going to be the one in a tent. But I'll have a fab fascinator that no one else will, because I'm making it myself. So it's these that I need. £6.95 for all 3, so that's working out at what, £2.33 each, with the satin cord as well. Great if you're wanting to create that sort of illusion in the hair, and I'm talking fascinators, it could be anything, but if you wanted to create that sort of illusion that the band isn't there, so if you're a brunette, for example, then this would be the colour that I would go to. Like if you're dark like Nathalie, then maybe the black. If you're fair, then maybe the silver, which is coming up a little bit later on. So yeah, if you wanted to create that illusion at that kind of price, you know, hen-dos, parties, dressing up parties, you know, you can make your own. Okay, now I think this is going to be the most popular, because I'm actually thinking brides now, not just guests, mother of the brides, bridesmaids or day at the races or anything like that, or school, flower girls, whatever it is, I think these are going to tick every single box. When at home, I've got sort of my hair box, you know, which is you keep your hair dryer in and your bobbles and things like that. These would be in there. These would be absolutely at home. I think this is going to be the most popular because it's that silver colour.
Oh, they're lovely.
£6.95. Oh, wow, okay. There's a huge amount of multi-buying. I've just literally looked at my call screen and seen how many of you have had confirmed just by seeing the silver colour. So yes, we can bring you the headbands with just the plain metal, but this is that little bit softer, I suppose, that little bit more gentle.
Yeah.
Luxurious.
Younger girls as well.
Yeah.
You know, well, for anything, from school to being a bridesmaid.
I'd wear these.
Yeah. So would I.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And if you imagine sort of, I don't know, but just a big, maybe you've got some old fabric that you're thinking, I'll keep it, I might use it in some kind of textiles design. Now's the time to do it, because create something fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I've only just started this, but I'm just adding beads on. I'm just gonna do some wire and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you're just literally threading on gemstones. How about this combination?
Oh, that's nice.
These are coming up in 15 minutes time because I think they work perfectly. Can you imagine offering your friends, loved ones, family, bridesmaids, if you, like I said, if you are getting married, genuine pearls to wear on that day? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Or how about, wait. Again, this is coming up in this hour. I mean, look how perfectly they work together. And Nathalie, I saw that you hadn't started this when we started the headbands.
No.
And look how quickly you've made something absolutely fabulous.
I mean, I've still got to add some more wire, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that positioned.
Absolutely gorgeous. That's rainbow fluorite. And we'll come back to see your gorgeous design as well. Yeah, absolutely love these for your boho, for a boho chic, for your festival style jewellery, for your talk necklaces, for your fashion, for your wedding designs, for your wedding guest designs. Absolutely incredible. And again, you've got that strength, but you've also got the comfort of wear as well. Okay. Oval jump rings. Now, what's the difference between an oval jump ring? No, don't ask that question now. I was going to ask that question, wasn't I? What's the difference between an oval and a round jump ring? Okay. There is a reason why I was going to ask the most ridiculous sounding question ever. An oval jump ring will do different things to your jewellery than a round would. Now, you can use it as a design feature, that's fairly obvious, but also an oval jump ring, and I'm talking in particular your earrings, if you use an oval jump ring from a shepherd hook, so maybe you've got a chandelier style, and if you put the oval jump ring there, your design, front and back, whichever it might be, will stay in that position. It sits right because you've got that narrower point. With a round jump ring, it's more likely to turn on the earrings. So they are great for your earring designs, 100%. You're getting 100 of these. Just pick up some tweezers so I can show you as well. These are precision cut, so sawn cut, which would be nigh on impossible for you to do as accurately as what these have been. Now, last time that we brought you the oval jump rings, let me turn it around that way so you can actually see this particular size, this particular shape. It was in December and they completely and utterly sold out. 7x5mm in your rose gold. In your rose gold colour. So I know that Fleur uses them in her chainmail. I know also that many guest designers will use them as I just sort of explained, as a means of positioning, you know, a feature or the front or the back of front or the back of a design. They hold it just so, because you have got that narrower point of the jump ring itself. I mean, under magnification on that picture that you're looking at there, you can't even see the join, can you? That's because they are precision cut. Rose gold plated copper, already lots of confirmations. Already lots of confirmations being made. Love that sort of blush colour that you get from our rose findings. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's bring that price tag in. £4.95. That's for 100, mind. That's for 100. You only need 2 of them on a pair of shepherd hook earrings. That's it. You only need 2. Brilliant. And they're going to match all of our findings that we've got, you know, if you, which we kind of take for granted sometimes, Natalie. I'm guilty of doing that, because if you have to buy before you found JewelleryMaker, any jewellery designer would probably agree in saying that it's very difficult to get findings that actually match beautifully.
It is really hard, definitely.
Because there's sometimes a just slight difference in tone.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so noticeable as well, especially if you're, you know, you are a jewellery maker, you're going to just look at it and you're just going to see the difference.
Because we're our own worst critics, that's why, aren't we?
Yeah.
If it's not quite right to you, the designer or the maker, then unfortunately that's what, it's like when you're doing things at home, DIY and stuff like that, you always can, I always home in on sort of the imperfections of something, maybe if I sort of went over a line or something like that. Yes, so you want those findings to match beautifully. Over 30 in basket straight away. Again, we're super busy. Hello to you, Anismon. Hello to you, Cardiff, Lancashire. Hello to you, Hereford and Somerset and South Yorkshire and Manchester, Hampshire, Louisiana. Loads and loads and loads of you getting involved. Absolutely lovely to have your company at just £4.95. And don't forget, you're not even paying the postage and packaging, folks. Ideal. Little incentive there for you to really go to town. On well, to be honest, you only ever pay £2.95 anyway throughout the one day. And it's a free telephone number. You know, you can't say any fairer than that, really. Can't say any fairer than that. Okay. 100 of these have been allocated, but we have still got quantity. What do you use your oval jump rings for?
Well, I'll do chainmail with them.
So do you use these as feature jump rings, or can you do chainmail entirely with ovals?
Well, you can do basic chainmail. I mean, I'm not a chainmail expert, but I would do like the basic 2-3-2 weave or something like that. But I actually also really like them just at the back of a necklace, you know, as you would use around, because it's side cut at the sides. And I think when you are using like fine, you know, like beading thread, you don't want to risk the beading thread going through the actual gap, if you know what I mean. And because they're side cut, it just avoids anything like that happening.
Now, that's a really good point that Natalie's just made there. It does make, it's a really good point. So I don't know if I can show you here. There is the actual... Where the precision cut is, where the join is, where you would open the jump ring, is actually on the side. That's what Nathalie is saying. So on the other side where I'm pointing, actually. Can you see it? Just there. So basically, if you can imagine these all linked together like a chain, it's a lot safer, a lot more secure, because the weaker point will be where the curve is naturally. These are a lot stronger than your average jump ring, shall we say. And like Nathalie said, if you do incorporate cord or thread into it as well, if it's going to be sort of at that sharp bend, then it's going to miss that actual cut itself. Absolutely incredible. So thank you for pointing that out. Actually, I forgot to mention that. Gorgeous. Okay, I love this strand. This with the pearls that we've got coming up. This with the peacock pearls. Can I just show you? There's your peacock pearls. Now look. How amazing is that as a combination? Now, Mystic Topaz. You take clear, colourless, amazing quality topaz, and then the exotic treatment. It was discovered in the 1990s. Basically is influencing the exterior of the gemstones to tiny, tiny, tiny microns of different types of metals. That brings this amazing kaleidoscope effect. It's very costly, that treatment, but one of the most popular in the industry. Now, to have the mystic or the exotic coating, firstly, you take some of the finest quality gemstones. You want them to be absolutely eye clean, otherwise it will actually block that performance of colour. Topaz, generally, whether it be mystic or otherwise, actually has increased by 800% in price point. So it's become, if you own a mystic gemstone already, fantastic, because it has become very, very, very expensive to be able to purchase this gem. Now, I'm in love with it. This strand is one of my favourites that we have within the entire vault. I know I've brought it to air once previously. I know it was hugely, immensely popular the first time round. Yeah, it is more considered, but what you're getting is an altogether more considered strand. Look how you're getting sort of ruber-like purples, flashes of incredible turquoise, wonderful gleams of red and yellow and pinks. It's all there. We should be at $44.95, but to be honest, for 50 carats of exceptional eye clean and then mystic coated quartz, faceted so beautifully, we're at £39.95. Truly, I mean, this is a gemstone that you see in big designer shops because it is so visual. Yeah. It takes me back to my sort of younger years, you know, because I find it really whimsical, quite enchanted.
I love anything, any mystical, mystic coated beads. Just, I don't know, they just take it to another dimension, I think.
It really, really does. Beautiful. But when you've got quality coating like this, you know, please don't think it's just dipped. It's really not. It's a very, very, very challenging treatment of a gemstone. And like I said, it was only discovered in the 1990s as the exotic treatment, named after the company that actually invented it. And it's stayed in popularity ever since then. It's huge, actually, and it brings you that amazing kaleidoscope effect. Wait till you get this home. Just a couple of those in some earrings will just look stunning because you're going to have that movement. The fact that this is topaz of this quality with that 800% price point as well is just amazing. Again, web bidders checking out, I'm not surprised. I would be doing the same. It's one of my favourite strands that we have entirely here at JewelleryMaker. I absolutely adore it because it is the very definition of quality. You know, this is the quality that we long for of topaz. This is the quality that we long for of mystic coating, and I'm not willing to part with that. That's going just there. It's coming. It's staying right next to me. That one, absolutely beautiful. Is it time? Guaranteed under £10. Some of the most iridescent, playful, colourful pearls that you could ever wish to own, and they're up next. A 200 quantity opportunity, but some of the most iridescent, colourful, playful, lustrous, I can't take my eyes off them, peacock pearls that we've ever offered. A peacock pearl tends to be, basically, it's referring to its main body colour. It's referring to quite a Tahitian-esque tone, quite steely, quite inky, quite blue. But quality peacock pearl will also have an abundance of iridescence. So you want the pinks, the flashes of turquoise, the yellows, the golds, the reds, and you want them to be not just visual up close when you've got it right in front of your face. You want it to be visual and apparent from great distances, and my goodness, this strand most definitely does that. Now, they're a lovely shape. They're a flat coin shape, which we don't see every single day. 50 have been allocated literally like that, so a quarter of the stock gone within seconds. They're going to lay beautifully on the décolletage. Similarly, you can elevate these, you can suspend these, you can keep them really simple, you can You can elaborate them. They'd be amazing with abalone. They'd be incredible with your black spinel that you had earlier on. They'd be amazing with those spacer beads that you saw in the first design kit. In fact, I don't think there's much that they wouldn't look exceptional with. It's about the amount, the sheer volume of iridescence that you are getting. I've put it out there. It's guaranteed at under £10 for genuine cultured pearls. We're not talking about fakes, glass, synthetics, plastics. We're talking about the real deal, formed within a mollusk, under the seas. This beautiful gemstone has got that, well, this beautiful strand, I should say, that you're about to get home, has got all of those pastel, all of those palettes rather, colours and palettes that you expect within, if you like, a full rainbow. 100 have been allocated already, multi-buyers already. We have a 200 quantity. I truly think this is going to be one of the shortest auctions of the day. £7.95 for 10mm size pearls.
They are so lovely, and I think they'll look nice with the second kit actually.
They'd look amazing with the second kit, but do you know? Yeah, absolutely. It's about the impact of colour. It's the fact that you have got so. I mean, look how electric those emerald greens are just here, and that. I mean, again, you could pick out different colours, and it's every single one is going to be different. You've got the beautiful textures that you get with our genuine pearls. You get lovely shapes. Some might be a little bit more teardrop shaped. Some might be a little bit more spherical, and they'll all have that quality of colour. It's the first thing that hits you between the eyes. Just one in each ear. Simple, perfect, high-end piece of jewellery. 3/4 of the stock has been allocated. We've got over 50 in web baskets. Please do check out. Telephone bidders, make sure you stay where you are on those phone lines. I mean, look how electric those blues are. Look how intense those emerald greens are. Look how warm those purples are. I mean, if you had this next to emerald, if you had this next to a sapphire, if you had this next to, I don't know, an amethyst, it's going to really encourage those already intense and elaborate spectrum colours you're getting from the pearlescence across the surface. Joy bought 4, Darren bought 2, well done to you. Let me see, Jane's bought 2, Nicola's bought 2, Helen's bought 3, Beverly's bought 2, Mrs. Yvonne's bought 2. I can't keep up, but massive congratulations. And I've still got different probably group of people, but I've still got over 50 being allocated to baskets. It will sell out, no if buts or maybes. Have you ever seen such an intense green coming from the surface of a pearl? Have you ever seen such an intense warm purple coming from the pearlescence of a pearl? Have you ever seen such an amount of luster? You know, it's very reflective. It's not a matte pearl. This is all about the texture. It's all about that high shine. And I'm loving the fact that so many people are successful, but unfortunately, I truly think we're over allocated. Are we over allocated? We are over allocated, Rob says. Yes, I can confirm that, Elle. So good luck to Patricia, M, London, another Patricia, Tina, Belinda, loads of you there. Do you want me to measure the strand? Now, mine here in the studio is approximately 42 centimetres. So, you're gonna get there or there or there or thereabouts. We normally guarantee 38 centimetres, but do you know, we say that, but every strand that I measure is always more than that. So, incredible beauty. You might even get added extras. I love the fact that they have got those little details as well at the bottom, so great to create that sort of bubble effect. Amazing, and it's all about the colour. You know, certain gemstones or certain examples of a gemstone, I'll be talking about different things, you know, and I always go with my first instinct. What is it that actually hits me between the eyes? It had to be the pearlescence. I've only got 15 remaining, and so many more in baskets. I need to move on because it is going to sell out. Well done, well done. Now, I did just mention amethyst, didn't I? Do you know it has to go here? I'm not taking that one away either. Oh, the big amethyst. Look at the size of these. I love this shape.
They are so unusual.
I'm thinking wire wrapping rings. Are you, Nathalie?
Yeah, real statement ring, yeah.
Because just one wire wrapped beautifully on some silver cord or whatever colour cord or you wanted to use. And that's it, that's all you need.
Or I'd pick, try and match them up as best as possible and have like a long, fine chain and one of those on the bottom as earrings.
Yeah, I like that. Just really simple.
Yeah,
really simple. Do you know, I wouldn't call these nuggets myself.
Oh, they're lovely.
To me, they're more like tumbles, aren't they? Or maybe they're individual solitaires in my eyes. I mean, like blocks or boulders. I mean, they're absolutely incredible. Now, going right the way up to 19 by 5 millimeters in size. Brazilian amethyst, and again, those rich regal colours. Notice those secondary tones of pinks coming through. Absolutely gorgeous. Look how intense this beautiful boulder at the front is. Will go amazing with your star by that you have just seen. They'll look incredible with your peacock pearls. $6.95 instantaneously. Louise is on the text messages saying, did I just catch no P&P? Yeah, is that right? It is, absolutely no postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day for you, Louise. Well, for everybody that's watching and shopping with us this morning, absolutely incredible. So I know it says it underneath the price tag just there, but don't worry, that's why we put the big graphic at the bottom of the screen saying, and behind me, free postage and packaging. Imagine this alongside your pearls. I mean, you've invested just over £10 for cultured pearls and amethyst of this quality and this calibre, and a monstrous carat weight, and you know, a good monster, a friendly monster, a happy monster, of course. Rosalind, Julie, Jean, hello to you. Mary, Sweetha, Angela, hello to you. Soraya, what a pretty name, Soraya. Violet, nice to be with you. Belinda's just bought 6 of these, I don't blame you. Just one in a wire wrapped ring.
Yeah.
One of these in between those pearls.
They're just lovely.
Just
so
one.
Nice, yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you literally need, and it is all of a sudden you've taken a piece from what was already going to be beautiful, but you know, double luxury gemstone design. $6.95 only. Big price tags, price slashes, I should say, this morning. Again, if you want to take it really rich and intense, you can do that with amethyst of this colour and this quality, but you can also tone it down if you wanted to bring it into your pastel tones, maybe team it with the blue opal that we've got coming up later on, or maybe a little bit of your citrine, or maybe your moonstone, or the kit that we've got coming up with the fluorite will look amazing with that. So great way of actually combining, or if you like, again, ticking different boxes, so you can go to the really rich, luxurious statement pieces, or to the very subtle. Absolutely adore the fact these are central drilled too, so great for that anchor point. Those of you that aren't great at wire wrapping like myself, or maybe are learning like myself, then these are a great alternative, because you can actually feed something through, and you've got that natural anchor point as well. The big bundle with all the spacers coming up at 10 to 12. How about just a few of those spacers in between?
Yeah,
in between this.
That's all you need, and you've got a lovely big statement necklace.
And it's working. It's going to match all those colours, isn't it, Natalie?
Yeah, and it will complement all of those colours.
All of the above, and you could probably even fit it onto stretchy bracelet. Stretchy elastic. Beverly and Cardiff, good morning. I hadn't noticed the no postage and packaging. Thanks for pointing that out. Gives me an extra $2.95 to spend today. Woo! Exactly, Beverly. Exactly. No postage and packaging all day. And you know what? With Rob's prices, Beverly, that's going to go a long way. With what Rob's been doing today, $6.95 for all of these amethysts, which are absolutely huge. 200 carats. Which ones? I'm just going to pick one out. Let's take in the centre because it's a lot easier. And if I just turn it round, look, how gorgeous is that? It is going to sell out though. Hello, Julie in Dorset. Hello to you as well. Oh, that's an old message, isn't it? Good morning, ladies and team. Oh, I can see a message. Sorry. Hello, Julie, anyway. Are we about to do the kyanite? Oh, my goodness, kyanite. The next big blue. I love this gemstone. It's natural. It's one of the rare blue gemstones. Oh, it's incredible. But this gem suffers with colour zoning, with colour banding, neither of which are apparent in this beautiful strand. It is mined in some of the most extreme altitudes and locations around the world. It's the very definition of cobalt blue, or what I should say is blue kyanite aspires to be that cobalt blue. But as I said, suffers with colour zoning. If you've never heard of colour zoning, it's where the gemstone can sometimes be lighter on one side, darker on another. That's not ideal. You want it to be fluid. You want it to be consistent across the entire surface of the gemstone. Suffers also with quite heavily with what we call banding. So if you can see vertical or horizontal lines, that's banding. This gemstone has got two different cleavages. So it forms, the crystals itself form in different directions. So again, that's why you often see the vertical or the horizontal lines. It's extremely complex to facet and to cut. That's why many lapidarists all around the world will just simply, well, they won't go near it just because it is so wasteful in many cases, because there's such a loss, which becomes very, very costly. So I'm delighted that I am bringing you 150 carats and just so many individual solitaires. Now we should be apparently $27.95. That's an amazing deal for kyanite. Kyanite of this quality, this colour. Every single one of us, can I just say, Rob, Ollie and myself, all of us are going, that's amazing. Because kyanite, you see individual cabochons for that price at probably 7 carats, and that's JewelleryMaker prices, by the way. It's exceptionally difficult to facet this gemstone, and you've got well over, I mean, you've got, I'm not going to count it because I'll be here all day, but you think about the complexities of this, and that's why, like I said, it suffers so greatly, and why you don't see it in many jewellery houses, or not necessarily sort of the average jewellery houses. It tends to be the very luxurious high-end jewellery houses that will be able to offer you kyanite, because it is very expensive and very wasteful, which is all factored in basically. If you've seen kyanite before and it's a little bit pale, it's a little bit wishy-washy, that's what you don't want. It's that rich cobalt blue. That's often why it is favoured alongside your tanzanites and your sapphires, because it has got that very regal, intense blues. Again, people on the web checking out, we've got telephone bidders there as well. I'd be doing exactly the same, because this is one for the collectors and the connoisseurs. It's a 16cm strand, but my goodness, they are absolutely jam-packed, aren't they? I'd personally be using this with the pearls and the sterling silver that we've got coming up. Don't you think, that combination?
Beautiful.
Coming up in about an hour and 10 minutes time, they're your half-drilled cultured pearls and sterling silver. Oh, can you just imagine just one wheel behind the pearl,
yeah,
and set the whole thing?
That'd be beautiful.
I'm going to do
ring,
that.
or even as a ring.
I would do that.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do, because you've got the half drills.
Yeah. Just a bit of
You just need some of our glue, basically, off our website. Well done. Over allocated? Of course it is. Of course it is. Have I got, Rob asks me, have you got a cheeky bit of tanzanite, Elle? I have got some cheeky tanzanite, yeah? Plain rondelles, yeah. Really beautifully pink tanzanite. One of the rarest cut gemstones on the planet is pink tanzanite. Now, I'm not saying this is pink tanzanite. It's not. It's blue tanzanite. It's that rich vanadium blue tanzanite. But one of the benefits of tanzanite is it's triachroic, so the secondary hues are really abundant, or they should be abundant. This is some of the most pink. The secondary hues are so intense that you really, really, really notice the pinks. Cheeky strand of tanzanite. How long do you think we're going to be able to say that then? Not long? I don't think we're going to be able to say it very long. Are we all looking at this one? This one here? Me too. Isn't it funny that we all noticed that same rondelle? And then can I just point out, up here, are these more bicolour tanzanites? This is like bicolour tanzanite now. So bicolour tanzanite is rarer than the blue. Pink is most definitely rarer than the blue. Amazing. I can tell you how many times I've sold pink tanzanite. Twice. Ever. And by the way, they were both the high four figures. Both. I probably could have sold it on at a profit at that, but absolutely amazing. Anyway, so this, I'm not saying it's pink tanzanite, I'm not saying it's bicolour tanzanite, but I am saying it's got the really abundant secondary tones. Okay, there's only a handful of these available. What on earth? Nathalie, $11.95.
Oh. I think Rob really has lost it.
I'm a bit nervous, Rob. You're making me anxious. This is 9th day straight. In a good way, by the way. I shouldn't say anxious. You're exciting a pregnant lady here.
Oh, I don't think I can cope with any
I don't know if you should do that with pregnant women in their 3rd trimester. I don't think they should get that excited, should they?
No. Not while I'm in the studio, anyway.
No. Ooh. Has that sold out? I hope so. My goodness. My goodness, what on earth is going on? Oh, he's funny, isn't he? White gold spacers. I have to get this bit of fluff off, it's annoying me. White gold. So now we're taking it to a whole other level. But given the fact that here at JewelleryMaker we've always brought you amazing genuine gemstones, but it has really gone up a notch, hasn't it? In terms of, we had blue diamonds the other day that sold out. We've got blue opal coming up. The pearls that you've got. I've got diamonds in today's show as well. Ethiopian opal. I mean, we're talking about high prestige here. So some people, like myself, I'm a gold wearer. I like gold. I wear silver as well, don't get me wrong, but I do like my golds. And I do think for a relatively minimal investment, if you're getting involved right now, just taking one gemstone, one of these individual spacer beads, you're really kicking it up a notch. I mean, how many of us would have ever imagined, those of you that have been with JewelleryMaker maybe since day one or there or thereabouts, how many of us would ever imagine that we would be making jewellery in gold?
No.
I wouldn't have imagined it either.
No.
Now, like I said, these are white gold, plain spacer beads. So can you see the actual drill hole itself? Now they can go through most of our wires, most of our threading material, certainly the silks that you saw earlier on. It would have to be silk or something of that amazing calibre. Maybe you've already got gold findings within your stash, so there'll be a great addition to that as well. You can see just how substantial the gram weight is. This is our should-be price. We're not stopping there though. We are going so much lower. There's 10 in total, and again, you only really need one on a pair of earrings or one either side of a gemstone to be able to say it's white gold. $17.95 for 10 white gold, beautiful details. Web bidders, again, checking out. Hello to you, Shropshire. Hello to you, Deborah and Angela. Hello to you, Surrey and Berkshire. Nice to have your company. USA getting involved as well. We've got, are they the yellow gold version? Maybe coming up a little bit later on that you might be able to do that duo, that combination of tone. Transform these into simple white gold studs.
Yeah. Or if you could use them for gents and do a lovely macrame bracelet with just those in the middle.
Just that
It would just
10.
be so nice.
Oh, to say you're wearing a white gold bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Really
white gold
lovely.
bracelet. I totally agree with you. With the silk that you had earlier on, or something like that. How about with these? That we've got coming up later on. I mean, these perfect pearl rondelles. Just situate one of those, maybe on the top. I don't know. It's up to you. Or suspend it. But just take it to a whole other level. Heather, Julie, nice to be with you. Well done to you, Berkshire. Hello to you, Deborah. At London, West Midlands, you're there as well. Incredible. Got to move on. Is it time for the opal? That hour's just raced by. Absolutely raced by. Okay. So, probably one of the most complex gemstones to get our head around is opal, because there's so many different forms, so many different varieties. It can look so different as well, so it's difficult, I understand, to those people that aren't as educated as most of our jewellery makers are, in what is the most valuable. But let's just put it this way: black opal will command some of the highest price points of any gemstone, because that main body colour encourages play of colour. Now similarly, coloured opal is exceedingly highly priced, even when it has actually been dyed. Now this strand is not dyed. The actual rare colour is an anomaly of nature, and our buying team have done immensely well to get hold of whoever it is that's supplying this wonderful natural beauty. But I have to tell you this ahead of the auction. Firstly, free post and packaging all day, free telephone number, so be on those phone lines. This is the longest strand of blue opal I've ever brought to your screen. Natural blue opal. I'm just absolutely loving this picture. What we're looking at right now, I'm loving this, because often opal can really lack that surface luster. Sometimes it doesn't have the shine. Sometimes it can be quite matte. But not only have you got all of that natural colour that I was referring to, look how glossy these opals are. It's just reflective. You've almost got obsidian.
Yeah. It looks like ceramic glaze.
Yes,
Isn't it, or
like it's absolutely, Natalie.
So
like it's got a glaze almost across the surface.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
But it's. Oh my goodness! Hang on a second. This is Australian as well. This is the new parcel. It's our new parcel. Our blue opal in the past has been Peruvian. Amazing, love it. I own loads as well. I love Peruvian opal. This is a new, you know when I said our buying team need commending because they've actually managed to negotiate with whoever it is that managed to source naturally coloured opal. I don't know, I can't speak to everybody about every single purchase that's been made, but this is the new parcel from Australia. Australian opal is... well, it's their national gemstone first and foremost. And yes, it tends to be that white milky body colour or bolder opal that they're most well known for. Just imagine this. It's like putting a pin on the Australian map, which is a vast country, admittedly, but putting a pin on that Australian map, that will be where this, you know, as rare as sourcing this amazing quality of natural coloured opal. But can we go back to that lustre, the fact that it's not matte, it's not sleepy, it's not opaque. Well, it is an opaque gemstone, yes, granted, but it's almost like you said, what did you say?
It's like a ceramic.
Like a ceramic
glaze,
resin or a glaze
yeah.
over the top, yeah, like your pottery and things. That's incredible, and I've never even spoken about that before, so I really love the fact that Nathalie has pointed that out to me, because I've never seen it before.
It's just so beautiful, isn't it?
You can see the I'm going to pick it up here in the studio.
I mean, I can see it from here, and you holding it just like that. I can see the sheen on it. It's really long as well, isn't it?
It's really long. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad loads of you have made those confirmations already. You know, if you own blue opal already, hold it next to that blue opal strand that you have. And look, does that look any different to the picture that we've been showing you? Is that any less lustrous, any less, you know, high shine? Beautiful gem, beautiful colour and beautiful price, Leanne says, and Devon. Well, you know more than me, Leanne. You actually do know more than me. 38 centimetres you've got here. This looks no different to the picture that Ollie had actually taken. I'm sorry, I'm assuming it was Ollie that took that picture of the... Yeah, look, high shine, high gloss. Absolutely incredible. And then... When I see this Australian strand before me for the very first time, this is my first experience of that parcel, first experience right here, right now. I wasn't even made aware that this was from that parcel. Absolutely incredible. And I tell you what, I'm bowled over for you. $12.95. This is the longest strand of opal that I've ever seen, you know, blue opal. Tends to be, can I just point out, tends to be about that length.
Yeah.
Generally, it's about half, about 18 centimetres, isn't it? Generally, our blue opal strands, or certainly what I've experienced on air before, has been about 18 centimetres, and that's an amazing deal. You're getting double that from the Australian parcel that I've, again, first experience. I heard about it. I heard about this wonderful opportunities that we had coming. Didn't realise it was included in today's show. But the first thing that hits me is that glossiness, that lustre, which is not something that we talk about ordinarily with this gorgeous gem. Now, how many have we had? 201. 201. This is the one. 50% of the stock has been allocated. Again, Nathalie, when you just take a small section of these, I would use it very sparingly myself. What would you do?
Well, I'll definitely make some earrings. I'll just take a small section. I'll probably use, I think it looked lovely with the white gold spaces you had. I mean,
incredible.
It just looked amazing. With maybe that on the top of 3 or 4 on each earring. And I love rondelles doing the ladder weave. I think they just create such an amazing effect. They're so effective. And then I'll probably weave some seed beads within it as well. I would use it sparingly though.
Yeah, I would too.
I can already tell if I cut that strand, it's just one of those that just grows. It's like chips and nuggets.
We're looking at the narrowest part of the actual gemstones. Each individual one, that's the narrowest part. I'm just looking at this section here, which is what, a centimetre of the entire strand? A centimetre. Look how consistent those colours are. I mean, it's in various shades, which again is a big plus because I can move along here and you've got, you know, slightly softer blues. But again, if I'm just literally bending the strand ever so slightly, you can see that consistency of colour. Gorgeous. I'm loving it. And that high shine, the high lustre that you get across every single one of those rondelles as well. It's going to be a straight sellout. Of course it is. $12.95 only. Don't forget, free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day, so get it whilst you can. The strands of blue opal that I've seen, not from this location, have been much shorter. Still beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I've bought them myself. Absolutely incredible. This is double the length that I'm used to, and it's Australian, and it's got that lovely, like you said, glaze. It's not glazed, it's not treated in any way, shape or form, but it has got such a waxy lustre that it looks like it has actually been glazed. I'm loving it. Well done. Please check out, to those of you that have it in your basket still, we've got how many left? Still got loads of people on the phone lines. It's hard to say. But we're definitely under 25% of the stock, aren't we? Yeah, 100%, less than 25% of the stock remaining. So good luck, Ashley, Debbie, Buckinghamshire, Christine, Mittel, Yvonne, Kate, Dawn, Deborah, Janine, and that's just the people that I can actually see. So good luck. Now, Rob's asking me a question. Do you want me to repeat you? Do we remember the fancy Jasper at the start of the hour, which sold out for 3? Yeah. We remember that, don't we? You've got a similar deal coming up at the start of the next hour. Brand new strand. Okay. Plus designer inspiration. Don't forget, we said we've got about a dozen new ins today. Amazing star buys with your sterling silver and your pearls and your findings. Don't go anywhere because it's back and it's up after this.
Join guest designer Gemma Crow as she brings you a fascinating DVD that teaches you how to create all of your important findings that are essential to everybody's collection. Gemma will take you through step by step to create all of your finishing touches that bring your pieces to life. Essential for all jewellery makers. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about JewelleryMaker. Watch one of our easy to follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today. There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people.
Welcome back everyone, nice to have your company. How are you? Enjoying the show so far? I certainly am. I love bringing you deals like this. Now Rob's words, and he said yes, you can repeat me Al, is do you remember the Jasper deal? Yes we do. We had Jasper earlier on that sold out because Rob took it to an absolute rock bottom price tag. He said if you like that, then you're going to like this. Now, not quite the same, but let's just say pretty close. These are, oh, I love the white shell. We had it in plain rounds the other day and I was just saying how elegant they are because you get that gorgeous milky creamy colour. I love it, and they're carved as well, individual carved flowers. These to me, perfect earrings, very bridal, very elegant. You've got that lovely iridescence, perfect with the peacock pearls that you saw earlier on. Look at that gorgeous iridescence going across the surface. Totally and utterly natural. Every single one will be unique as well. You've got some sort of really condensed areas of white, and then you have got that lovely straight away. What? How many? 50 allocated, and then you've got the play of colour across different different surfaces. It's kind of like a reflection, I suppose. You almost can see the reflection within these. They're 11 millimeters inside, drilled through in size, drilled through the side. That's me getting the two words mixed up there. Great just for stretchy bracelets, great for earrings, great for pendants, great for fascinators because they're obviously lightweight. The one thing I should say, there might well be a little bit of a queue on the phone lines, but it's free, along with our postage and packaging. It is a free phone telephone number. Free phone telephone number and free postage and packaging all day. All day. We had the white shell the other day in rounds sold out. This is going to be exactly the same. So if you got hold of that, these will go amazing with. If you got the black silk earlier on, that would look fabulous. This is the price tags that we were referring to. Rob is going to be shocking you whilst you shop. Sorry, I can't speak today. With amazing deals like this. I tell you what, you're making our call centre earn their keep today, aren't you, Rob? He says, I feel guilty. He doesn't. He doesn't, Nathalie, you know, not at all. He's a nice bloke as Rob, though. He's a nice bloke. He's just telling me about where he lives. It's like in the middle of nowhere, basically. You live in a wood, like Hansel and Gretel. You're Hansel. So when he comes into civilization, he likes to, he
just goes wild with the gemstones.
Yeah, or as we call it, Redditch or Bromsgrove. Yeah, absolutely. Then he likes to, make lots of friends like this, and this is how he does it. This is how he does it. He does it well, doesn't he? How many have we got, our Rob? Still got a good 100 left. However, I know there's well over 50 of these available. I love the fact that you have got that sort of really solid white, and then you've got the milky creamy colour with the iridescence running through.
Yeah, they're lovely. They'd be, obviously great in bridal pieces, but I think, do you know what they'd look lovely as little on hair clips for little girls as well. They'd be lovely for that.
That's nice. Just on a hairpin.
Yeah, just wire
in.
it onto a hairpin. There's so much you can do with those.
That's a really lovely idea,
just
actually.
Something, something a bit different on the hairbands that we had earlier. They would look beautiful.
Well, the featherweight headpins that we had earlier as well. Gorgeous. Just literally dotted in amongst maybe a hair braid or something like that. Do you know, I think you're going to find so much that you're going to want to multi-buy. So much inspiration you're going to want to multi-buy. Well done to every single one of you. Loads of you there. In fact, we are coming to the end of our quantity, basically. So please make those confirmations. We've had straight sellouts already since in the just over 2 hours that we've been here this morning. Have been loads of straight sellouts, and I think that's going to be exactly the same. Okay. Is it time for the kit? Amazing. Don't forget, we have got beautiful cultured pearls with sterling silver coming up a little bit later on. At the end of this hour, I love them. Nathalie and I have got our eye on them, haven't we, Nathalie? But, do you know, for me, this is so simple, anybody can do it. And I've got straight away, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs with the sterling silver. So we're selling it as one opportunity. All you need to add is your glue, and you've created exceptionally high-end jewellery coming up at the top of this hour, so make sure you do stay tuned. Let's take a wander over to the gorgeous Nathalie. How you doing, Nathalie?
Good. I'm good. I'm cold.
Did you hear the chair squeaking then? Listen,
it's still squeaking.
It's groaning. All right, no need to rub it in. Blimey. The chair's like, oh God, she's off. Thank goodness for that. Well, it's used to the likes of Ali and, bless him. Oh. Anyway, a lovely selection of colours.
Beautiful. This is again a kit that well, they just marry up so well together. all
So
the colours,
perfectly,
yeah.
absolutely. I'm going to start with the main body of the kit, I suppose. We've actually called this your layered luxury, and there are some very luxurious gems, including more pearls, including more amethyst, and wonderful fluorite, which I love. Absolutely adore the fluorite. Now, comes with your threading pack, standard threading pack, classic. We're going back to the days, you know, sort of the days of old, really, Natalie, where we used to, a kit had all the foundations, all the components that we needed to make a piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
And you do need your threading material.
Yeah, and you can never have enough. As far as I'm
Never, ever,
concerned.
ever. No, totally agree with you there,
Yeah.
because most of your designs, you do actually incorporate the threading materials.
Definitely, yeah.
Most of,
Always using
especially if you're doing the bead looming and things like that. So, comes with your threading material pack, which is your beading thread, your monofilament, and your clear elastic. 3 essentials. Like Natalie said, you can never have too many. I'm going to start with the fluorite because I'm in love with this.
That's just lovely on its own, isn't it? Just simply threaded. It's
Gorgeous
beautiful.
on its own.
Yeah.
You've got some of the rarest colours here of
know.
fluorite. The green. The more apple that green colour is, the more valuable the fluorite is. Fluorite comes, it's one of the most colourful minerals in yellows, pinks, purples, bicolour examples. This is you've got a bicolour gem there. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's purple on one side and then it's green on the other. Similarly, a little bit lower down, pastel hues. Another bicolour up here in the purple. Can you see that? See that bicolour one just there? And similarly up here, you're going to see a real cocktail of colours with this strand. Over 400 carats of fluorite. This gemstone, as the name does actually indicate, does fluoresce amazingly. So it loves to show off when it's in UV light. Absolutely exceptional. And these measure 12 millimetres.
They're really nice and sizable.
So you've actually used them in sort of like a ladder weave, haven't you? And this lariat style.
Yeah, yeah. And I've
absolutely
used it in a
gorgeous
as well.
I love it, and you've not tried to sort of colour match or anything like that. You've deliberately
I've gone random. Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely amazing. Again, I could just stretchy bracelet, you're away, and you are away. How about some gorgeous amethysts as a combination? There's 2 gemstones which are in perfect harmony because it picks out the natural purples that you see in the fluorite and the natural purples that you see in this gorgeous Zambian amethyst. Now, we are talking like Colombia to your emeralds. We're talking like your Burmese to your ruby. Supremacy, of course. So that combination just there looks amazing. Now, if you loved the peacock pearls earlier on, you're gonna love this too. Now these are really uniformed in terms of their shape. They're a little bit more almost torpedo or teardrops.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
9 by 7 millimetres in their size. Again, you've got those purpley hues, those blues and greens running through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go as far as saying this is one of my favourite gemstone selections.
Yeah, I mean it's just they just are made for each other.
Yeah. Every single one is oops, I can't even hold them all, look, is beautifully matching and collaborating, I suppose.
Yeah.
Still not done though. 4 strands, more amazing pearls, culture pearls in there in the silvery sheens. Luxury. These are all luxury strands. I can't say there is one which is a specific feature, because they're all luxury strands.
Yeah, all in their own right. They're just beautiful.
Absolutely. I mean, I rarely see a 12mm fluorite. Rarely see it, but they're all, without shadow of a doubt, luxury. So, for the 4 gemstones, for the 2 pearls, in your silver and your peacock pearls, for the natural Zambian amethyst, for the amazing 12mm fluorite, and all your threading material, layered luxury jewellery collection, is coming, should be at £36.25. Let's go straight down. I hope we've got quantity. Well, you've seen how many sellouts we've had throughout the course of the day already.
Oh my goodness.
You'd pay that for the amethyst or the fluorite, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, if we were to bring you a star by right now, and for it to be those 12mm round fluorites, and we said, okay, let's even give you an amazing saving on that. And if we said that was going to be, I don't know, $12.95, that's an incredible deal. Yeah. That means you're getting the 2 strands of pearls and Zambian amethyst, which is the most luxurious location, arguably, for, you know, £7. £7. Amazing. I can see flurries of you on the web and on the phone lines. Absolutely incredible. I love that colour combination. It's really luxurious and complimentary because, I mean, you know, if you imagine an artist or even a fashion designer, someone like, I don't know, Victoria Beckham or Versace or something like that, then this is something you can imagine being on the catwalk in an outfit, can't you?
Definitely. I mean, the amethyst is just amazing.
Really gorgeous. And in every single one of your pieces, you know, you've used multiple gemstones in.
Yeah, I've tried to sort of, you know, go quite elaborate on some of the pieces.
Yeah, I mean the lariat style. You've got the amethyst and the fluorite,
and
then
the
you've
pearls,
got and the pearls. Then you've got the fluorite and another strand of pearls. Yeah, all of them are combining each other, aren't they?
Yeah, and they just work so well together.
And then you've got examples here where you've got that pure green fluorite. Then you've got bicolour gemstones as well. I mean, look at that zebra fluorite there, right on the bracelet. Can you see that banding? Amazing. And then you've got indicolite teal blues right next to it. Just exceptional. Quantity, we had 100. Okay, 40 have gone, 20 allocated 2 baskets. And that is going down by the second. And it's going to be a sellout because, again, just to reiterate, if I was to bring you a star buy right now and it was just to be that, it was to be one of those strands, let's say the fluorite, just because we don't see it every single day, 12mm plain rounds, and I was to say $12.95, everybody, it'd sell out. It would sell out. That, on that basis, you're getting everything else, the threading pack, the 2 strands of pearls, and also your natural Zambian amethyst for less than £7. You know, it is absolutely crazy. We all said that together, all of us. Crazy deals. Well done. You do need to check out though. We've got 60 gone, still got 20 approximately in baskets, and people on the phone lines as well. So it is going to be a sellout kit. Absolutely amazing. Now, before we get to our towards our demonstration.
I know.
Look at all this chain. It's double linked.
This is so beautiful. It's like chainmail. It is.
It is actually.
Chainmail,
yeah, I totally agree.
But it feels so nice as well. Well, they both do, but this one is my favourite.
I love that one as well. That's my favourite as well. Now you've got a classic curb chain. This is kind of what you imagine on gents jewellery, ladies jewellery as well, where the actual curb itself has got sort of almost like a diamond-like shape. The actual link itself. Now you have. Let me double check. 10 meters of the large curb, which is over my hand, which is 5 by 5 millimeters, and then in the double curb, which again I'll layer over my hand, you're getting 5 meters of. Now, yeah, it does look very chainmail. I totally agree with you. It's a perfectly spherical link, but you're getting double of them. So yeah, it is actually a chainmail link.
Yeah, it's like double chainmail. It's just so nice.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? 15 meters in total. I would wear them on their own. Literally wear them on their own. I don't think they need any additions, any gemstones necessarily. I think they're beautiful as they are. 15 meters in total, and it's the first time I've actually seen the double link.
I haven't seen this chain before, yeah, so it's lovely.
Shall I show you the double link on its own for a second? Just because it is new. Well, I've never seen it anyway. The work's done for you. I mean, how many jump rings would you use to create 5 meters? And usually what, you buy it in what, 46 centimetre length?
Yeah.
Something like that. Look how gorgeous that link is. Can you see that? That's really beautiful. really, really, really beautiful. And I like the fact you've got one which is a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more substantial, and then you've got the daintiness, I guess, but still the strength with that double link chain. It's new to me. Anyway, we should be bringing you 15 meters. I'll put the other chain back in as well, because I don't want that one to feel left out. Should be at £25 and 90 pence. Today, if you're making those confirmations, this is a new chain to me, not seen it previously before, £19.95. I mean, if you go and buy buy a bracelet, for example, 8 inches, in a double link like that, it's always the gram weight which is considered.
Yeah.
And that's whether it be with copper, whether it be with steel, whether it be with any base metals or your sterling silver or your gold. Always is a consideration, because it's the durability. It's how long that piece of jewellery is going to last. Is it actually going to last you? So, yeah. And you're getting the massive chain.
Yeah, I mean, it goes such a long way. I've not really made a dent in it, to be honest. And I've used the chain in all my pieces.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that. I've got new chain.
I've got to do it.
I must use it all. I'd be exactly the same.
I really did try to use it all, but I couldn't.
Do you know what I'm going to do though, Nathalie? Just take approximately 8 inches there, and just so we can visualise it, I'd wear this just like it is.
Just like that.
You know, just one length. How beautiful. And surely you'd be looking at about £10 at least? If you were to sell your piece of jewellery, if not more. Over 50% of the stock has been allocated already. You've used the chain kind of almost to channel set your ladder weave. Yeah. So you've anchored onto it. You can use this with your charms.
Oh, it'd be beautiful, as a charm bracelet. And then I've, in the necklace with the amethyst and pearl, I've just sort of threaded the...
Oh yeah, I noticed this.
And it just looks so nice, it looks so different.
Really textured? Yeah. So is that just threading through and kind of gathering it all up together?
Bunching it together.
So just really creating... No, you haven't actually separated the links in any way, shape or form?
No, I've just sort of cut a length off, I don't know, sort of about 10 centimetres, and I've just got a piece of... on the beading thread, I've just woven it in and out of each link, and it's just bunched up together. Ah! So it's really easy.
I love that.
It just looks so different.
It does look really different, and I actually thought that originally they might have been actually jump rings, but they are. They're effectively lots and lots of jump rings. 1995. It is approaching a sellout again. Look, so busy, so busy today. Well done. You're gonna love it when you get it home. It's the first time I've seen that double link, and it is like what do you call it? A 2 and 2?
Yeah, 2 and 2 weave.
2 and 2 weave.
Yeah, I mean, and there's 5 metres of it, that would take you a long time.
Yeah, Fleur would be very impressed with me right now.
Oh yeah, and the size as well.
Exactly, yeah, it would take a long time to recreate that. Beautiful, well done. And I'm not surprised, Nathalie, that you wanted to use it in all of your designs. I would have done exactly the same. So, okay, what is it that you're going to be demonstrating,
I'm going to demonstrate the hair piece, actually.
Fabulous. We don't often see hair pieces. And you know what? I'm so glad, because right now we're becoming a lot more braver in our jewellery. It's not just the obvious pieces. We are wearing more in our hair, the ear cuffs like we had the other day. You know, we're becoming a lot braver. It's not just, ring, bracelet, necklace.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to show you how to do it's called a lattice sort of weave, and I'm going to show it because you can actually make a bracelet outfit as well, so it's quite good. You don't have to just apply it to a hairband. So if your hairbands are not your thing, you can, make it into a bracelet or a necklace.
Yeah, absolutely. So amazing. Quite good. I'm going to take a pew whilst you're doing it, because then I can really sit and watch.
Right, so you need 4 strands of your beading thread, okay? So I would say, let's say they're about 40 centimetres, and the macrame board comes in very useful for this, so if you have got one, then that's great. Okay, if not, just use some sellotape. Yeah, let me just get you over. So I'm just threading my 4 strands of the beading thread through each section of each notch, I should say, of the macrame board, okay? Now you also need, I'm using the larger curb chain, and I've cut, you need to have 7 links, okay? So off your strand you need to cut your 7 links. And you'll need, I don't know how many I've got, quite a few. You probably I've cut about, say 15. 16.
Oh, so 15 of those little sections.
So have that ready, so it's a bit of preparation. Okay, so what you need to do to start off with, it's a little bit fiddly at the beginning, is you need to thread your, take your first, you can work from left to right or right to left, it's up to you. Your first strand, so on the outside, I'm starting from the right side, and take it through your first link on the chain, okay? So I'm just going to pop that back in the notch. And then you're going to leave a link, so skip a link. So I'm just going to get this out. So the first one is always a bit fiddly, so you're going to skip a link. So you've got one there, let's go up a bit, and skip a link, and then you're going to go through the next link, okay? So you pull that down and go back through your notch, and third strand, going to skip a link again, so you can see why you need your 7 links. I'm going to go through. Oh, a bit fiddly.
You did say, I think, getting started initially, and that's quite often the case with jewellery making. The first bit is the trickiest bit.
Once you've got your beads in, it sort of starts to space out a little bit. So you then going to skip one and you go through your last link, okay? So once that's on, you can see how that works. So that's on there now. Now you're going to get your pearls, the peacock pearls. So you're going to thread one on your first strand.
Does it matter what order you do this in?
There is an order to it, and it will be really obvious in a second when you'll see how this lattice pattern forms. So you're going to thread your first bead on the outside thread, then you're going to skip a thread. You're not going to do anything with the second one. You're then going to get one of your pearls and thread it on the third one. Okay, back in the notch of the macrame board, and you're not going to put anything on the fourth one, okay? So now you need another section of your chain again. So this is quite repetitive, but I'll just go through it again. And I need to get a few sections of the beads on before you can see how the lattice effect sort of forms. So I've got my first strand through the first link, okay? I'm going to get my second strand. So don't forget you skip a link every single time. Okay. And then, so your third strand, skip a link. Make sure I'm not going through. That's it. So it's one of those. It does take a little bit of time, but once you get into a rhythm with it, you're fine. And this nice sizable shape on the chain, this lovely size. It's not, you know, you can do this with, if you're using beads with larger holes, you can use other beading thread as well. It doesn't just have to be this. You can use elastic, for example. Okay, so that's your first section. So now, when we put our next set of beads on, we're going to skip the first one. So on our first section, you can see we threaded the bead on the first strand. We're not going to do that this time. We're going to put it on the second strand. Okay, so that goes on there. We're going to miss the next strand, and we're going to put it on the fourth strand. So we'll get that on. There we go, let that go up there. So you can see, once I put this next section of chain on, you can see how this sort of lattice effect is going to start to form. So again, same thing, you're going to thread your outer strand on the first link, like so.
So just to show everybody what we're actually progressing to, because you're basically replicating what you've done so far, is that right?
Yeah.
This is what we're progressing to. This part here, is it Nathalie?
Yeah.
Across, we really must get new heads.
I know.
She's ever so weird, isn't she?
I know, and I've had to pin it in, bless her.
You've had to pin it?
I've had to pin her head because it wouldn't stay on because she's bald.
Poor little love. Yeah, this is the part that we're actually creating, which is going to lay beautifully and feels wonderful. It's a tactile piece of jewellery that you're actually creating there as well. So how many times do you repeat this process?
So let's have a count. because I can't remember. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're only going to do 5 sections of this. So I'm just going to finish this one off, and then I can talk you through. So if you wanted to make a bracelet, for example, you would just continue this until the desired length, and you could finish it off in the same way as I'm going to show you now in a second. So you know, if you wanted a longer section. And you can make a necklace with it, but it would have to be a choker because it just would hang otherwise. It wouldn't sit right.
Yeah,
so
you want it to lay,
would have to go around the neck.
Flat against the skin, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So let me just pull this nice and tight now so you can see. So you can see once I repeat this, if I put the next section of beads on, and if I just put this
squeeze it together,
you can see it's starting to form a really nice sort of lattice style shape.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so rather than you watching me sort of keep continuing that, you get the idea. You're going to continue that to the desired length. Okay, so once you've finished that, I just need. Can I just?
Do you want me to bring her back over?
Or just put it? Yeah. Sorry, I know the noise is not very nice.
Polystyrene does go right through
me. Okay, so when you get to the end, you finish off with a piece of chain, and you're then going to. On the outer strand, you're going to use your grey seed bead pearls. Okay, oop, one's escaping. And I've just threaded 3 on to the outer strand on the right side. So that's 1. To be honest, you can kind of play around with it a little bit and get the look you want.
Yeah, there's nothing
I've
stopping.
kind of got a bit random really on each strand, and just, as long as they're all the sort of same length.
And could you maybe do a full 360 headpiece here?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking it doesn't have to stop at the front.
You
could go all the way around, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be just one section.
No, so I've just sort of gone quite random, as you can see. Well, you'll see in the photographs on Facebook later. I've just sort of threaded a few beads on, not really paying much attention to any shapes and sizes. I've gone organic again, which I know might drive people nuts. But
no, I think, like I say, you're
either love it or hate it.
You're in one or the other house on that one, aren't you?
Definitely, yeah. You either love it or hate it. So, you can go really uniform as well with the pearls because they all love these rice pearls.
These would be stunning with just pearls. Can you imagine a headpiece in all pearls?
Yeah, like a big band.
Yeah, especially against like your hair, Nathalie, because Natalie's got dark. Imagine the pearls going across. Oh, that'd be lovely.
So once I've got the beads on that I wanted, I've just threaded these on. I'm going to get the lovely fluorite, and it's got a really nice sizable hole. So I've got all 4 strands through this, and it's gone through no problem.
All 4 strands of the beading thread?
Yeah, and I've threaded that through. So you can see if you bunch that together, you get the idea. Imagine that being longer. I've then got a short piece of the chain again, and this is where I've weaved the threads in and out of each link, or every other link rather. So if I just try and demonstrate this, but you'll get the idea, it's probably hard for me to show you really. So I've gone through the first link, I'm going to skip the second link and go through the third. It's a bit fiddly with all 4 strands, you might have to do them separately. Yeah, have I got them through? No, yes, I have. And then go, so you're just going to do that until you've got them all through. So I'm going to really speed this up and just pretend that they've all gone through.
Yeah. No, we get the idea.
Yeah, so let me just give that a tug. Where have you gone? Bear with me.
There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one that has to play up.
Always one.
Where is it?
It's like in a group of... Where is it, actually?
There it is.
There it is. There's always, it's like a group of friends, there's always one.
Yeah. So imagine that being bunched up. Obviously, I'd need to spend a little bit more time on that. I've got another fluorite, and then I'm just finishing it off. Oh, look at this one's lovely. It's like a marble. That's what I love about these. They're all so different.
Yeah, the actual formations that you get from...
Yeah.
From fluorite is really exciting, and every single one will be different as well. So if I've just literally spun her around a little bit, so I don't know if you can actually see. Actually, the bottom half would probably be the sensible place to look, wouldn't it? Well, whilst Nathalie's threading them all on, this is the section that Nathalie's doing now. So she's tapering, if you like, the main feature design in, and then you've just used that chain, haven't you?
Yeah.
As a length.
And at the back, so if you turn her head round without making a noise.
Yes, I've noticed this. Now I thought clever.
Yeah, because
Clever.
you need to be able to, it needs to be able to adjust, you know, not everyone's head's the same. She's got a really little head, I've got quite a big head because I made this to fit my head. And I've put a bit of elastic around the back and I've literally just sort of doubled it over and knotted it and put a crimp bead and a crimp cover over it. Obviously glued the knot to seal it. You must do that because it's going to have a lot of weight. You know, it's going to have a lot of weight. You're going to constantly be pulling it on and off. You can do that. And that is how I've finished it off. So if you didn't want to use elastic, you could just put a bit of ribbon and then just tie it on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
if you haven't got any elastic, just use your ribbon. That's a good idea.
Ribbon or from the bags that you get with
because
the
then you know, then you, like you said, it's adjustable. It's one size fits all. Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
really, I've not seen that done in a headdress before. So because
so
not everybody's got the same size head.
No,
for example.
So if you was making it to sell, you'd do the elastic, or you know, it's up to you really. Yeah,
absolutely, love it. I'll turn around because she's got a really funny head thing going on at the back of her head there.
Bless her. We definitely need to get some new heads.
She's very peculiar. She freaks me out a little bit. She does. No offense.
Okay, so I've just finished it off as you would, as if it was a necklace or bracelet. You thread your crimp bead on, okay, and so you do this at both ends, but I'll just demonstrate the one end because we're running out of time. And get all 4 strands through your chain, okay, and then, believe it or not, they all go back through the crimp bead, so you'd thread it back through the crimp bead and back through your floral.
Get 8
you
widths
really have
of beading thread through one of our crimps.
Yeah, you do have to fiddle about, but you can do it, okay, and it probably won't work because it's live telly, but you can do it.
Imagine that it has.
Yeah, no, there we go. So and then you'd pull those through and literally taper you'd pull the thread, the chain right up to the end of the bead, and that literally is it. So you do that on either side. So that's really the lattice. I wanted really to demonstrate this lattice effect because I think you can apply it to so much. Like I say, it doesn't have to be hairbands, it could be bracelets, necklaces, all sorts.
Yeah,
so,
all of the above.
Yeah, so really sort of concentrated on that bit today. I think it's quite effective.
Yeah, with the chain, except without
it's a good way of using the chain, a different way.
And it would actually be very costly to maybe use the jump rings in the same way.
Yeah,
so
because you'd have to link them as well, wouldn't you? You'd have to link them all first, and then
amazing. Pauline in East Riding of Yorkshire saying gorgeous kits and designs. My kind of jewellery making. Can't wait for the seed bead launch and hopefully more of Nathalie. So we've got a question from Sherry in London. Could you do this on wire and then wrap it on one of the headbands?
Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't do it on wire. So you do that first, and if you wanted to go really delicate, you could use the other chain, the smaller chain, smaller beads, and then you could definitely do that. You'd probably need a thicker. What I would personally do, maybe, because you probably need a thicker hairband, I'd double the hairbands up and wrap them first together, so it's a thicker Alice band then, and then put that on.
That's a good idea. So it actually lays across the two. We did have Alice bands earlier on, Sherry, so I don't know if you actually saw. In fact, should we quickly put those graphics on? So what you're suggesting is take 2
of them, and you could just wrap them together so it's thicker, or if you know, that's what I would do. So you'd wrap them together with some wire, and then this is probably going to be too wide because I've used a chunkier chain. So if you use the smaller chain, it wouldn't be as wide. So and the smaller pearls, it would work with this.
And you can actually anchor it on there.
Yeah, and then it would just sit flush on the top.
That's a nice idea.
And then it would be like, as you suggested, it could be a nice sort of Alice band style if you didn't want to go the whole way round. So
lovely idea.
Yeah, or a section.
And you actually get 3 as well, not just the 2. So you do get all 3 of those. Love that idea. Thank you for that, Cherie. Lots of people tuning in, checking out as well. Maybe thinking about loving the same idea. Now, speaking of your incredible inspiration, it is time for us to show off your wonderful designs in today's Wall of Fame.
Ooh.
Natalie was just saying this is the first time doing the Wall of Fame.
It is.
I love
it's
it.
my first morning show.
Is it?
Yes,
I did not know that.
yeah.
Have we worked together then in
We
the
have
afternoons?
in the evenings.
I was
and
going to
an
say,
afternoon, yeah.
because we've definitely been together.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. It's our favourite bit as well. Now, lots and lots of pieces to show off. I've got number 167, talking about seed beading, and we've brought you seed beads today. Comes from Jenny in Moseley, not too far away from us here in the studios. My Wall of Fame effort this week is a tribute to Sarah Elvin. Ah, bless her pretty woman necklace. Worn by Becky last week was truly beautiful. Her skill at transferring $1 million piece of jewellery to something we could all have a go at is applauded. I have followed her recipe as best I could, and of course everything is from JewelleryMaker. I really enjoyed that weekend. I hope you like my attempt, and that's kind regards from Jenny and Moseley. We certainly do, my darling. And what a lovely message as well. A beautiful message on number 167.
Right, I have got a really intricate piece of jewellery here, which is amazing, and it's from Colette.
Yep, Colette in County Cork.
From County Cork. And she said, "Good morning all. I have not entered the Wall of Fame for quite a while. My dear dad passed away this year and I totally lost my mojo. Oh, sorry. Trying to get back on track again now, and so I've made this chainmail piece for myself in honour of my dad. He was always very proud of my jewellery making. This piece was inspired by the one and only Fleur. I am always in awe of her work. The jump rings and gorgeous labradorite are all from JM. The photos don't do the labradorite justice. Now, the labradorescence, got tongue-tied saying that, is amazing in every one. Best of luck to all in the draw this week." And, oh, that's lovely.
Amazing piece. And once again, sorry to hear about your dad, my lovely.
172.
I've got number 166, and this reminds me of sort of the eye of a peacock feather. Beautiful work from Tracy in Southport. Hello to you, Tracy. Hi all at JM, hope you're all well. Here's my entry to the Wall of Fame. It's my first attempt at micro macrame. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And also netting a cabochon. First attempts. That's incredible. The necklace is made using Eslon frosted quartz rounds and beautiful quartz cab, finished off with silver plated ribbon ends and clasps. Love the cabochon as it looks like the side profile of a cat. Oh, it does. I see that. Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally see that. Hope you like it, and thanks for all the inspiration. Hoping for a win, but good luck to fellow waffers. Love to you all, and that's Tracy. Tracy, that's amazing. I can't believe that's your first attempt.
That's spectacular, isn't it? I can't believe that.
Do you know what? I also see a panther.
Yeah.
I see a panther there.
Yeah. Amazing. Right.
Amazing.
This is from Veronica Alcock from Liverpool, Merseyside. She said, "Hello everyone, here is my entry onto the WOF. It's red jasper and rose gold findings, all from JM. I made it for my daughter Kate, as it was one of her few colours of gems I hadn't yet made for her. Love all the new stuff you're bringing to us. Can't stop buying. Need a win to give my bank account a break."
Yeah, we all know that feeling.
We do, and that's beautiful.
We all know that feeling. Absolutely
Lovely,
amazing.
Yeah.
And these two would go perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
165 comes from Catherine Williams. Hello to you. And she says, "Hi all, loving all the shows and spending far too much money. Oops. Here's my latest make, malachite in your new rose gold wire. Everything bought from JewelleryMaker, and I hope you like it. Good luck to all and me. Hope this is good enough to be shown." And she says, "Love from Kath." Kath, it certainly is. That's amazing. Absolutely beautiful wire working there. 165.
Okay, this is 170, and it's from Susan from Essex. And she said, "Please see this week's entry for the Wall of Fame. It is my first attempt at chainmail, jump rings from JM, connectors and clasps from my stash. Good luck to all. Fingers crossed for a win." Well, that's lovely for a
gorgeous.
First well,
I mean, you'd expect that in a jeweller's, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Well
very colourful, beautiful mixed media piece here, 164. And it comes from, I believe, Zoe Varga. I hope I've said your name right because I can't see. I'm going off your email address there. This is made from Zari silk yarn, wire, Zari silk ribbon, labradorite, coated hematite, black agate and grey rainbow quartz. Beautiful mixed media piece there, Zoe. Love it. And I think the combinations just goes to show Nothing
Wow.
doesn't go.
No, that's amazing.
Well done, you're number 164.
Okay, this is 169 and it's from Susan Davis. Doesn't say where she's from. Hi everyone, here is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I've used purple, gold and black polymer clay to make the pendant and beads combined with 0.8mm gold plated wire and golden coated hematite beads to make this set. Love to you all. And that's from Sue, and that
Gorgeous,
is gorgeous,
Sue.
really lovely.
Lovely use of colour. My last one, a number 163 again, some incredible wire work here from combination.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Count and another will win 50. So it's always worth showing off your inspiration, of course, and we love to see it too. Thank you so much, Natalie. Now, it is time for the showstopper. There are two ladies here in the studio that want to join you right here, right now. We're going to have to wait till the other side of the actual opportunity because, well, basically you can't do it on a live show. But perfect, beautiful shapes of pearls with the sterling silver. They're 9mm in size. All you need, totally natural as well, they're not bleached or dyed in any way, shape or form. If you've never made pearl earrings before, and you might be thinking, gosh, that sounds very, very luxurious and decadent. Yes, it is, but it's actually one of the simplest pieces of jewellery that you could ever create and literally looks like what you would expect to buy in a jewellery retailer's. It's showstopper and it's up next. Ollie, what was that? Jewellery quarter, yellow gold, £99 a pair. Half the size, yeah. I took a picture. I took a picture recently of pearl earrings, and they were genuine cultured pearls like these. There was some with silver, some with gold, different carat weights of gold as well. Yeah, every single. The silver were actually 79, if my memory serves me correctly. The golds were always in three figures. Now, how do you make a pair of pearl earrings? Well, firstly, you need to buy the pearls. You want them to be complementary of one another. You want them to be uniformed in shape, so you wouldn't want one which is maybe a little bit elongated, or maybe you would, it's up to you, and one which is more perfectly round. It goes for I suppose what you want to actually create. But what we see in most jewellery houses are the perfect plain rounds, or the rondelle button shape. Now, these are absolutely that. Uniformed, perfect. If you go down to Hatton Garden, which I know, obviously, Natalie, do you go to Hatton Garden very often?
I have been. I don't go often, but I've been a few times, yeah.
I used to have a lot of dealings with the jewellers down there in my old job. And I used to sort of transport and to and fro. They used to sort of swap pieces of jewellery with my previous boss. You know, if they were looking for something in particular and one jeweller didn't actually have it in their premises, then they'd phone up the other. And I used to travel literally back and forth on a regular basis. This is the high luxury items that we expect in such establishments because they're classic, they're timeless. They've been around throughout multiple eras, and I think they always will be, because if you think about something which is perfect for every occasion, perfect for every age, then it would be a pearl earring. But like I said, it's so easy to create. You buy your pearls, which hopefully have got that uniform shape. We've done the work for you there, folks, so we have actually done the actual matching of the sizes and the shapes, and then you need the post itself and you need the butterfly backs. Michelle in County Durham, that price is mad. Have you seen it, Michelle? Obviously. You would have trouble finding fakes for the cost of one pair of these. Absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, plastic, synthetic pearls, you would struggle to buy at the price that what we're taking it to. And you're about to get 5 pairs. So I'm just thinking straight away, my mum, my future mother-in-law, me, my best friend, and my unborn child.
Aww.
When she's older, for a wedding day.
Yeah. Perfect.
For a wedding day. But I could go on, couldn't you? You could go on. What a lovely gift. What a lovely gift they would be. absolutely perfect. I'm going to try my best to hold these up to the ear if I can, just so you can see the perfect size as well. Now, you see that?
Very nice.
They're a gorgeous size, aren't they? And totally natural. I mean, look how smooth that nacre surface is, Natalie.
It's lovely.
And we had Style Icon Week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Look at Audrey Hepburn there. Oh, gosh, she is such a knockout, isn't she? She is so beautiful. And look, Audrey Hepburn could have worn anything, couldn't she? Anything, to be honest. She probably had the bank balance to probably choose whatever gemstone. She'd probably been offered whatever gemstone she wanted, but she chose classic pearls like this. So again, keep going. Let's go back to Natalie, how we actually go about creating our pearl earrings, because you've got the pearls. We're supplying you with the sterling silver posts, and I'll turn them round to the profile so you can actually see what they are. It comes with the actual butterfly backs themselves. Comes with the actual, I don't know if you can see that. Let me get another one up there as well. Comes with a little nodule. Can you see that? Sorry that you're looking underneath my nails, but look, there's a little nodule there, which really adds to the security of the earring itself. Then if I turn it round to the front, this is almost like a cup, I suppose, of sterling silver with a pin. Now, what you do using, would you suggest the hypo cement glue?
Yeah, because it's got that
Because it's got that
sort of tip to it. So
precision nodule. So the hypo cement glue, which you can get on our own website. And if I just bring this finding down to one of the pearls, you can actually see that half drill. There's the half drill. Now, I've heard mixed, and it's all personal choice. Some people put the glue on the actual pin. Some people put it in the pearl. What do you do?
I put it on the pin.
You put it on the pin?
Because it's got that cup.
Yeah.
So if you put it on the pin, the glue's just going to naturally want to fall down into the cup if you're holding it, you know, that way. And then I'd pop the pearl on. That's what I do.
There we go. So put your just a tiny amount.
Yeah,
you
don't
only
need
need a tiny amount.
You don't want it to sort of spread everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And once then that pin is actually inserted, and I can do it. Here we go. In fact, look. Pretend that's been glued.
Yeah. It's as simple as that.
That's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know, if you present those as a gift, you know, if you present that, in fact, I'll turn one round this way then as well, so you can imagine what they're going to look like from the front. I'm going to have to put a pearl behind it to support it. There we go. Imagine somebody receiving those off you. How special, and something that they'll always have in their jewellery collection. Go back to what Ollie was saying. In the jewellery quarter here in Birmingham, one pair, what was it? £99. And they were in yellow gold. But they've got to have been 9 carat gold though. It wouldn't have been anything more than that, that price, and half the size. It's not unusual to see genuine natural culture pearls like this at 3 figures and then some. Now, you could supply all of your bridesmaids with pearl earrings. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. How lovely would that be? But also mother of the bride. Dare I say it, some of your special guests, maybe someone's doing, I don't know, a reading at the church, maybe someone's doing the catering or the flowers, or I don't know, the table decorations. And I'm talking weddings, but that could be anything. For a birthday party, it could be for a christening, it can be for, I don't know, it's so much that pearls are always appropriate. Donna in Bristol, perfect for the wedding fairs. I'm doing these for a commission I picked up last Sunday at a fair, and we'll be charging £25 for a pair, and she wanted 4 sets.
Wow.
And by the way, that £25 is amazing. You're getting all 5 pairs here for £19.95. Can I just say, quids in? Well done, well done. And that is being business savvy in my eyes, but it's also being occasion savvy too, because you know, it's probably easier for me to ask you this question. Who do you know that doesn't love pearls?
That's it. And you know, just even if you haven't got anything in mind for them now, just get them, keep them in your stash, because you know you're going to forget someone's birthday, or you're bound to forget something, or you never know, you're going to get asked to commission a piece, so definitely worth having in your stash. Definitely.
Absolutely.
For that price as well.
Can I just point out this pearl here, for the entirety, is working out at, this is £2 for the finding and the natural, genuine pearl. Look at the finish. Look at the quality of the pearl. The pearl is absolutely beautiful and perfect. I mean, that is, so for a pair, you're talking about £4. And you certainly wouldn't be selling it for less than what? Well, I'd hope nothing less than £25. And I'd imagine that would have been a deal because she's buying 4 pairs. I'm imagining that would, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do you a bit of a deal on the price point. How easy is it? And I've literally, these aren't glued, obviously, I'm just doing it for demonstrational purposes. Move those out the way. Talk about high-end luxury. Linda, been waiting for these to make my daughter some earrings. What a price. Thanks, JM. I'm joining you. Now, okay, how many have we got, Rob? Just a second, he said, I'll find out. Pauline in East Riding of Yorkshire, you could send them out with your wedding invitations. Ooh. Wow, yeah, that would be amazing. Earrings for the ladies and cufflinks for the gents. Special guests only. I love that idea. Ooh, why not? Yeah. Hairpins again. You can use them with your sterling silver findings as well. Maybe just actually insert them into your hair. We have got how many? 75 remaining. We had a huge quantity. I can't tell you how many rows of people are on the phone lines and on the web, and many are choosing to multi-buy. London's bought 4, Gloucestershire's bought 4, we've got Yvonne buying 2, Agnes buying 2. I can't physically mention everyone's name. There's a good 50 in baskets. There's still people in conversations on the phone lines. If you've never ever made jewellery before, this is single-handedly the easiest piece of jewellery that you could make, but yet one of the most luxurious. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
I think this is easier than a stretchy bracelet.
Yeah.
It is easier, isn't it?
Less than a minute you could glue that. And
well, look how quickly I did it just there, and I'm not even using the correct tools. Yeah. And this is genuine sterling silver, genuine natural cultured pearls. Now, Ollie, my director, has said, I've just literally gone onto my search engine. First price of what? Culture pearl earrings? 39. John Lewis have also quoted a good price. £29, £27. These are quite good prices though, Ollie. So that's not bad. But that's for 1 pair, by the way. That's for 1 pair. Are they real pearls though? I don't know if they're going to be real pearls. I don't know, and would they be the size? Oh, they're much smaller, okay. But they're still good prices, aren't they, that we've just been quoting there? And it is definitely for 1 pair. You're getting 5 pairs, all of the sterling silver. We're not talking about copper here with the sterling silver overlay. We're talking about 925 sterling silver with that actual stamped on, like so. And the quality and consistency of the actual cultured pearls. You can see how uniform they are in the shape. We've done that for you. You can see the precision of the drill. How, I should mention, and I probably haven't done that yet, is that they are perfectly situated in the centre of the pearl as well, which obviously you don't want one at sort of 1 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock. You want it to be perfectly situated so they sit right. You can use these to suspend or protrude or to in hairpins, whatever it might be. I should point out we are close to over allocation now, so please make those confirmations. Good luck Ingrid, Taryn, Rosalind, Sally, Maureen, Jacqueline, Alison, Christine, Jill, Panitha, Michelle, Cheryl in Maine, Lynn, Buckinghamshire. This is just a handful of webbers who have it in their baskets, haven't made those confirmations yet, but there are loads of people all around the world, by the way, USA, UK, I'm looking at Tyne&Wear, Caerphilly, Wiltshire, Glamorgan, Monmouthshire, Hampshire, Cheshire, guest designers. Is that Susan Jackson Guest? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Susan's a classy lady. So check it out straight away as well, straight away. Our own staff are recognising the scale of this deal. Our own staff. And by the way, I'm joining you as well, stock permitting. I've literally got a break just the other side of this. I've got the app, download it. I'm going to be joining you as well because they are perfect for weddings and, to be honest, any occasion. Now, don't forget, we have the deal of the day coming up just the other side of this break. It is our deluxe textured hammer with the interchangeable heads as well, so it's not just 2 textures, you are getting 12 in total. Hugely competitive price point, so make sure you do stay tuned. Loving it, congratulations, you're going to absolutely adore that. More from the gorgeous Nathalie and me after this.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from JewelleryMaker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the JewelleryMaker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on JewelleryMaker. Simply search JewelleryMaker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at JewelleryMaker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on JewelleryMaker.
When you place your first order with JewelleryMaker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today. The JewelleryMaker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to JewelleryMaker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about JewelleryMaker. Watch one of our easy to follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today.
Biggest auction of the day is the deal of the day. It's not just reserved for our gemstones, it is also reserved for findings, for tools as well, brand new launches even. And I did a little bit of a price comparisons earlier on the web. I actually sort of logged on, just went into the shopping, and to actually get something which has got this many of the different interchangeable faces, the different textures, I saw some which were actually over £100, so very, very costly. And I can kind of understand that. I'm not saying it's, you know, I'd pay it, but because I wouldn't, because obviously I work here at JewelleryMaker, but because a tool tends to be more of an investment. You know, if you my other half the other day, who doesn't do jewellery making, but he did do carpentry when he was a little bit younger, and he was saying to me, "Feel the weight of that hammer, Al." He's getting really excited about this hammer. This is 100% the truth. He was like, you know, just feel it though. You can feel the weight, you can feel the balance, you can see how it shifts. And I was like, yeah, he was getting really excited about that. It's like, that was hundreds of pounds, that hammer. I was like, are you kidding me? You spent hundreds of pounds on a hammer?
Furious.
Yeah. What? Yeah, what on earth? But he was like, I'll always have it. And then he said, feel this hammer. This is 100% the true story, and I could tell the difference. So there is the quality that you get as well. Now here at JewelleryMaker, we could price this at hundreds of pounds if we wanted to, and maybe say, well, you know what, we're about right in the market. Or we could just say we know that we bring our customers not only the quality that you can feel, like what I was describing, I know in jest, but I could feel the quality, but also at an affordable price tag. So the deal of the day, one of those rare opportunities where I can bring you a tool. It is really beautifully weighted, and you can see all of the different textures that you actually get with your hammer. Now I'll tilt it that way. There we go. You can see them a little bit better then. So here you've got your sort of perfect stripes. You've got then perfect circles, so they're going to put indentations, crosses. Then you've got almost like a bezeled, hard to describe that really, a plain, plain smooth, that's a dome, that's concave. You've got here again with the gold colour. You can actually use them specifically for different metals as well. I often talk about cross-contamination. So for example, don't use the same hammer that you would use on your sterling silver sheets as you would your copper, because if you cross-contaminate it, then you can't 925 stamp it. So again, I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. They've all got different textures, and the main hammer itself, which they literally just screw on and off. Yeah. Basically, comfort grip. So it is our texturing hammer with 12 individual parts. Yeah, incredible deal coming your way. Free postage and packaging, even though that this is a very weighty, substantial item. Now, you don't just use this with your wire or with your sheet metals. You can use your texturing hammer with, to be honest, pretty much anything. Leather, polymer clay. Yeah. Anything that you want to create a texture with. You'll never need another hammer in jewellery making, will you?
No, I mean, that just ticks all the boxes really, doesn't it?
Well, it is, because you think, okay, what's a hammer? A hammer generally is something that has a smooth surface, generally. You might get the one which we've got here in our vault, which has got those two textures. This has got all of them, so it is our ultimate texturing hammer, or our ultimate hammer, really. Even if you've never actually done the texturing process before, you know, this gives you that opportunity. Instead of having loads of different hammers, you only need the one.
Yeah. So perfect for storage as well, you know.
Actually more affordable. Yeah. Because you're only buying the one, the initial outlay. That's why certain companies actually add on their costs. Because they think, well, you know, this is a one tool that does it all, basically. The one tool that does all of those different things. Okay, good luck, because already jewellery makers are there, but I cannot stress enough, it's really important for those of you that like the idea of maybe commissioning jewellery or selling jewellery on, and you want to actually, if you're working with sterling silver in particular, and you want to then actually have it stamped by the assay office, if there is the tiniest fragment, and I do mean literally granular, of cross-contamination, they will not stamp it. So you do need to have have one, keep them specific for your for different metals. People checking out at $39.95, and that's not your price, folks. We did say the deal of the day. We are going to lowest ever price. That's by far, by a long way, $24.95, which is a heavy, weighty, quality tool, one that does everything that you need in terms of your hammering. When you think about it, that's working out at just over £2 per hammer, if you break it down like that. £2.
Where are you going to get a hammer for £2?
It's not going to happen, is it?
No.
You know, if you went to your big hobby stores, your big craft stores, and saw something, the ones that sell sort of high-end products like this for such crafts, and it's not just jewellery making. You could use this. You could do this for, I don't know, galvanising probably. Embellishment. Yeah. You could probably use it in your card making. I think there's loads and loads of different creative mediums. You don't know until you give it a go, really. Wood. You can texture wood.
Lovely, yeah.
I really love textured wood.
And I think, you're getting the consistency as well. I think, say you did get a commission to make a piece, 5 of the same thing, if it could be bridesmaids, whatever, you're going to get the consistency. Whereas if you're trying to do it, with various tools, you're not going to get that. You're going to get the same thing every single time. So I think that's,
I love that idea. Well. Stacker rings are all the rage right now. So if you've got maybe some of our aluminium or 1.5 gauge wire, and you just did the same design of ring but with the different textures and then stacker it up.
Yeah, layer it all up. Even bangles,
Bangles, because it's work hardening the wire as well, so it means it's going to hold that solid shape too. Lots of you there. Hello to you, Donna, East Sussex, Eileen, Suzanne, Christine, Diane, Derrin. Hello to you, Charmaine, Veronica, Vivian, Angie, Jill and Stephen again. Best price by a long shot. We've never taken it to this price previously before. Now, like I said, you've got different, if you're wondering what these little plastic, sort of the perspex or clear acrylic ones are, they're for work hardening without texturing. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't want to actually to dent wire or the metal or whatever it is that you're working, it'll harden it at the same time. All the others are for the texturing actually of the wire itself. Maybe you've just got into stamping. Now, stamping is a huge rage at the moment, isn't it? With again, leather, wood, metal sheets, wire as well, because you can personalize things, you can have hidden messages as well. This is absolutely fantastic alongside your stamping. So I love that idea. You could even texture, sorry, as me put my hand in front of the screen, you could even, for example, say I've got some bare copper sheet. I want to create that texture, so background texture, and then you can actually stamp over the top.
Yeah.
And then you could patina. So you're really going to make those colours so that texture pop.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
So do I.
And certain woods are particularly soft. Imagine this just on some soft wood, creating that texture again, maybe upcycling something like a jewellery box which you've had for ages upon ages. I really love, one of my hobbies is upcycling furniture, old furniture. I actually bought a bed which was a really old steel frame bed from a car boot sale, and it was, let's just say it had seen better days. Bought obviously a new mattress and I upcycled it, and it looks exactly like something you would see in that place with lots of floral prints and everything like that, and it would have cost hundreds of pounds. Upcycling. So that's what I mean. This is not just creativity in your jewellery making, this is creativity in your home decor, your card making skills, maybe you do sculptures of some variety and kind. I think you could use this in so much. If you have it in your toolbox, or if you have it in your workshop, jewellery makers, I'd actually say keep an eye on it, because it might venture into other people's toolboxes. Happens in our house. Don't forget, free postage and packaging, and also you get a 30-day money-back guarantee on all purchases with us here at JewelleryMaker, and it is a free telephone number as well. I'm just trying to think of all the different mediums that we do and how you can really incorporate this. But I think that, to be honest, it's hard to say one which it won't be suitable for. It's pretty much impossible.
I know.
Fabric, but then again, no, because you can use it in your suede. Maybe even on heels of shoes. That's something Becky does. Becky does that. She zhuzhes up her shoes. Okay, moving on to, is it the beautiful lapis? Who was with us for the Jasper auction? Sold out, by the way. What about for those lovely white shell pearls? I've only got a couple of those left. Do you see what I'm getting at here, yeah, Nathalie? You know where I'm going, don't you? So, how about if I bring you a massive lapis lazuli donut, so you've got that lovely shape as well. I love these, just literally lark's head knot tied on, simple. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Go amazing with the Jasper if you got that. I don't think it needs anything. I think this just on some simple cord, hang around the décolletage like so.
Looks very nice with what you're wearing today.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, love that.
Silver wire maybe? You could anchor onto it naturally, so it's actually an easier way of working a single cabochon, but a cabochon with a stylized cabochon, I should say. Now, flecks of gold. If you were with us earlier on for the Jasper, if you were with us earlier on for the shell, and if you weren't, you're thinking, what about him? What about him, Elle? What went on those auctions? It was all about the brand new introductory cracking deal that Rob allowed. And that's why they sold out. So this is going to be exactly the same. Take, oh my goodness. I was about to say just dial through and be on that phone lines, because take my word for it, you're going to be amazed. I mean, look at the sheer size of this lapis lazuli. How difficult is it to carve a lapis lazuli of this size? And the fact that it is on both sides as well. I mean, they're both absolutely beautiful, smooth, tactile, genuine gemstone in a solitaire. It's come from a really substantial host rock. Look how intense that blue is across the surface. Look at how much pyrite, you know, the flecks, the dustings of gold that are present within this donut. You can see the size is 50 millimeters across, so 5 centimeters. In terms of the actual dimensions, 110 carats of beautiful lapis lazuli, one of the most ancient, adorned gemstones throughout all eras, and certainly one of the most visual. I'm so glad that lots of you were there when we said, if you like that deal, then you're going to love this. We've got more of those coming up throughout the course of the morning. And again, going back to what we were saying with the pearl earrings, so easy to make a piece of jewellery out of this. If you know how to do a lark's head knot,
that's it.
Then you're done.
Yeah.
Gents jewellery.
Yeah.
This would be fab for gents jewellery as well.
And even in a chain, you know, if you wanted to have a lariat style and sort of have a few strands of the chain draping through the hole, it'd be lovely.
We're over allocated.
Oh dear.
Not surprised. On screen sellout. We've got people buying 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s even. We've got 18 remaining. And how many baskets? 30. How many people on the phone lines? About 10 people already on the phone. Being spoken to, that is, not necessarily. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll leave that because I don't want anyone. All of those ribbon ends, these are brand new in. Is it one of those other deals, Rob? This is your favourite of the cheeky deals. I'd be here all day if I was to lay all these out, but I'll lay a few. These are Mark Smith's favourite finding. Mark Smith are the guest designer, by the way, because you're actually getting 2 findings in one. And if in fact 3 findings in one. If I hold it up, you've got the extension chain there. Then you've actually got the ribbon ends, and you get 2 of those, obviously, and you've also got the S hook. So you've actually got 3 findings in one. Do you remember, for those of you that saw Jan take a little rondelle, and what she did, she put a rondelle in the centre of the actual ribbon end and sort of curled the edges round so it looked like a little lantern. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Do you remember it? So gorgeous and so easy. You're getting 25 of these, so I'm not going to try and lay them all out. I'll be here all day. But you get the general gist. So it includes the 2 ribbon ends, the S hook in the centre and the extension chain. So do you agree with me there, Natalie? You're getting 3 findings in one, really, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I use them all the time and I always split them up as well, you know, as well as use them as for their purpose. I always, if I'm short of a S hook or whatever, I just chop it off my my extender chains. So they are brilliant.
Well, we are jewellery makers. We're thrifty. Yeah. We think outside the box. You know, we don't necessarily use a specific component for its means. You know, you're good at being creative and coming up with alternatives. Why not make a feature out of these? They are beautifully, beautiful quality. Mark Smith, just to quote that lovely chap, and I can't wait to see him again. Actually, he always says that he thinks they're the most professional finish. Yeah. They do look professional, don't they? So to take a ribbon end and you literally just fold it round, whatever it is, the chain, I think you used them in your designs, didn't you, Natalie, today? Use them with macrame, your threading materials, t-shirt yarn, leather, exactly. Everything, if anybody is getting the knitted wire that we've been bringing recently with that ball chain.
Perfect for that, yeah.
Because you'd be hard pushed to find something that's going to finish that off, other than these, actually, to be honest. Loads of you there. Rob, do all of our webinars know more than me? Yeah. Actually, you don't, apparently. So, okay, I don't feel like I've been left outside. I'm not in the cold yet. $12.95 for 25 pieces, 25, but I want to break this down. That's 25 extensions, that's 25 S hooks, and that's actually 50 of your ribbon ends. This is what Rob was talking about, $9.95. So hang on, 25, 75, so that's 100 findings really. It is, isn't it? Because you're actually getting 4 in 1. Yeah. It's actually 100 findings, approximately. I'll say approximately because it says approximately on the graphics. But 25 of your extensions. Do you see where I'm coming from? 50 of your ribbon ends and 25 of your S hooks. So that actually works out at how much each? 40p. Oh, hang on. You're calling this 40p. The whole thing. So actually, that's 10p a finding if you're working on my mentality right now. Okay, we've got quantity, they're brand new ins, they're used through all different types of jewellery making, macrame, kumihimo, leather cord. If you got hold of the lapis lazuli earlier on, and we were saying, weren't we, just maybe attach some leather cord to that and just a ribbon end at the back, that's it, that's all you need. Yeah. If you use your t-shirt yarn, if you use... It's probably easy for me not to say what it won't work with. In fact, I can't even think what it won't work with.
You know, even if you're mixing a few different textured materials together, you can use them all together, you know. If you're using a strand of leather, a strand of, you know, thin, you know, you get the leather, shoelace sort of leather, some of the Eslons, a mixture of things.
Yeah, even wire.
Yeah,
I mean, they work with wire, don't they? It's so easy to take. If you want something which is simple and finishes the piece of jewellery that you've created easily, basically, and I've got tweezers here, so I'm not going to use these, but you would use the proper tools, really. So you position whatever it is, the end of your necklace, whether that be like Nathalie was saying there, a fabric, or whether it be a wire or a kumihimo braid, position it in the centre. If you want to, for extra security, and again something that Mark actually does, one of our guest designers, he puts a little bit of glue in there, then you quite literally, and I'll turn it around like this, fold over each of those sides. So 1 into the middle, 2 into the middle, press, 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 done. Done. Job done. It's a really professional finish. You know, break it down into all the findings again. So remove that extent. But hang on a second, you've also got the jump rings as well. Don't forget, hang on a minute. See, Ollie's going, you really are a jewellery maker because you're super thrifty. I am thrifty, and I'm proud of it as well. Wait, so you got the 2 ribbon ends. Then, can you see those jump rings? You've actually got 2 jump rings on either end. There they are. Then you've got the S-hook. Then you've got the length of chain. And you're getting that 25 times over for under £10. So you could make, if you take all of those extensions, a whole length of chain.
Yeah.
You could probably make close to, well, let's say 3, a bracelet, and only 1 S-hook clasp needed. That's a lot of bracelets right there. How many have we got left? Not enough, so I've got to move out. Move out, not moving out. Moving on. Don't forget it is free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day as well. So you're not even paying that £2.95 cost. It's free and a free phone telephone number. Okay, I don't get to bring our timepieces that often, and I love it. I'm trained in timepieces. I used to sell, Rolex, I used to sell Cartier watches. I've already clocked Nathalie's beautiful timepiece. I used to sell Baume Mercier and all those brands because you do think of them, and I hope we all appreciate. Well, if you don't, that's fine. Or each their own. They're so incredibly intricate. You know, watchmaking is a huge skill. And when a timepiece or a Swiss movement is actually assembled, it's literally piece by piece by piece. Now, I'm not saying that this is, you know, like a jewellery maker Rolex. I'm not saying that, because you actually have, like cars, like anything really, you've got your luxury brands, you've got your middle of the road, and then you've got your sort of budget brands. So this to me is, this is not the Ferrari, this isn't the luxury. This is the middle of the road, you know, your Fords, your Volkswagen. I'm trying to think of different car brands now. Basically, I'm not a car person. Your Volvos, yeah. This is the safe, reliable brand of watch, basically. That's what we're trying to compete with here. You know, your Seikos, your Rotaries. You know, the really, really, really reliable, durable. Middle of the road in terms of the price tag. Usually that's who we're trying to compete with. However, you know what Jewellery Maker's all about. We are also about being thrifty, and like I said, we are also about our amazing budgets. And you know that we are stylish. You know that. We're creative people. It has to have style. Now, can I just point out, I don't know any of you, if you're online right now, if you are online right now, just sort of to, has anyone heard of a Pasha watch? Pasha. P-A-S-H-A.
No.
You're wearing the designer, by the way, who makes it.
Oh.
It's almost identical. Yeah, they're very expensive, yeah. About £6,500, yeah. Don't you see the similarities in terms of the design? Do you see the similarities? Yeah, I have to buff this for a minute because that's literally because I've got my fingerprints all over it. Now, of course, that's a luxury brand. That's a Swiss, probably automatic movement. Here, and by the way, just because they're automatic movements doesn't necessarily mean that they're reliable. I personally would go for a battery every single time. Now, this is battery operated. It is stainless steel, and of course water resistant. So you couldn't, not waterproof, water resistant. $9.95. I love our timepieces. I think they look so elegant and sophisticated. The fact that you can just loop them onto a little bit of leather or ribbon. The fact that you can make a gemstone strap is just amazing. Yeah. They look so beautiful with pearls either side. Really, or the Tahitian pearls that you had earlier on, because you've got that blue and black combination.
Lovely.
That double link chain that we had earlier on.
Yeah, that would work. You could layer that up.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well done. Do stay where you are on those phone lines. You have done it? Okay, I've been handed what? of these are fab. Going back to our mystic coating, aren't we? I'm going to hold it up to the neckline if you don't mind. This is going back to the mystic coating, you know, where you've got tiny microns of metal being influenced to the surface of the gemstone, which brings that beautiful kaleidoscopic effect. These are brand new. Oh. Rob did promise us lots of new ins, and he's absolutely... Oh, look!
Oh.
Oh, look, even under soft focus there, you could see that amount of colour. Look at those sunshine yellows coming through. I would literally restrand this like so. Perfect for tiaras, perfect for your proms or day at the races or your weddings that we were referring to. Perfect for your wire wrapping because you can pick out the favourite shape that you actually have. Maybe create a wonderful solitaire. I love the actual coating of your rainbow quartz. Beautiful clarity. But you see that sheen, don't you, which is so magical, so ethereal, very whimsical. In actual fact, I kind of imagine sort of your angel wings or dragonflies and fairies, you know, sort of down at the bottom of the garden. 37 to 6 millimeters, that's what they go up to. So you're going to find some which are very elongated. You're going to find some which are a little bit shorter and wider, obviously. All will have that gorgeous performance of colour. Let me just get my board back, because if I show you on the blackboard rather than on the white desk, you can see the gemstones themselves a lot better. Pearls, great with pearls. They'd be beautiful with pearls, or just as they are, simply restranded as they are. Brand new in $9.95. Look at the amount of colours.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, you know, if you think about sort of your crystal style jewellery, you know, the ones just where you have got one prism or one pointerizer or whatever shape you choose, just suspended from a length of chain. I mean, how many have you got here?
I know.
They could easily be pendants individually, couldn't they?
Yeah. You could just glue them into, one of them into, you know, like a kumihimo end, for example. If you can just sort of get the right size, play around with them, and find one that fits a kumihimo end, glue it in, and then just suspend it. It would just look really professional.
Oh, especially in contrast maybe to a colour or to a black background like this.
Yeah.
This is one of my favourite strands of the entire day. I love it, absolutely adore it. Yeah, this alongside pearls. Maybe you've got some little tiny seed pearls. This would look amazing with sort of forthcoming launches that we've got. So to give you a little bit of a heads up, looks stunning with the fluorite that you had earlier on in Nathalie's kit. That would be amazing. Did sell out. Already I've got rows of you on the web and on the phone ends. I love it too, because I think this would be great for creating those tiaras, bridal tiaras, creating hair combs. You can take it into any different design. Brand new 500 carats. Okay, let's move on to the plain rounds. Ruby and sapphire in 6 mils. Oh. Sapphire, well, ruby and sapphire, by the way, are almost exactly the same gemstone. It's basically the amount of chromium that's present that will separate the two. They have both the same sort of hardnesses on the Mohs scale. The ruby has more chromium, basically. That's what gives that gorgeous red. Now, we've got less than 50 of these available. I don't think I've ever brought you ruby and sapphire in plain rounds. These are totally and utterly natural, which is exceedingly rare. I mean, look how beautiful those blues are. Look how amazing the pinks. I personally, unusual for me to say this, but I personally would separate them into your rubies, separate them into your pink sapphires, separate them into your blue sapphires, because you have got very recognisable sapphire colours here, and rubies as well, you know, real cashmere blues coming through, and then just literally restrand it into a bracelet. That's personally what I would do myself. Maybe if you got those pearls earlier on in the earrings. Just imagine one of those being added as well. And then you've got, again, 2 birthstones there, July for ruby and September for the sapphire. 135 carats here, very wearable, very, very versatile. They can be used in channel setting, they can be used in just standard beading as well, but high-end luxury quality here. Less than 50 of these are available in the vault. We should be $49.95. Rob said to me in my ear as I was talking to you, ridiculous. Almost half price. Natural ruby and sapphire. Not treated, not fish filled, not enhanced, not heated even. Incredible, incredible savings. There are only 36 of these available, outstanding. Shall I count them for you? Because this is a parcel to me. This is what you would actually, it's definitely going to be less than £1 each. This is definitely something I'd recommend you actually, in fact I'm going to do it on there, price comparing. Okay. I'm going to stretch it out because it measures, it's a long length as you can see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68. 68 individual. That's what? 41p. For a ruby, 41 pence for a genuine ruby, 41 pence for a genuine sapphire. Okay, there's 135 carats. Can we do 135 divided by 68? That's over a carat in each stone. In fact, it's almost 1.98. Shall we round it up to 2 carats? There's 1.98 on average. That's working out at, 2 carats. 4 carats for a pair of earrings, for sapphire earrings, and it's cost you 82p. That's how much it's cost you. 82p for genuine natural sapphire. I wish I had more, to be honest. We had 36. In fact, we're over allocated. But talk about, what you invest and what you get back. They obviously don't connect. Incredible. Well done for natural sapphire and ruby. Amazing. Moving on to, we are only about 10 minutes away from the big auction. I'm talking 2,000 quantity opportunity of your crimps, your spacers, and also your jump rings. This is one set, this is one pack. So you're getting everything here. Now there's all different variations. We had to check first of all. We're like, is this one and then is this one? No, this is one altogether. It is going to be, and Rob's going to step out and speak to you during this. We are taking it to an. I doubt we're ever going to be able to replicate it again, because it's going to be honest, going to cost us actually to do this feature, to do this, to bring it to air. It's basically for purpose. On our perspective, if you want to sort of put the jewellery maker hat on, it's about clearing the vault. For you, it's the ultimate deal, and it's free postage and packaging. To be honest, probably those two. It might have been a little bit of a mix-up on that decision, because I think if you actually consider everything, airtime, staff, electricity, call centre, the fact that you're not even going to be paying for your postaging, buying the product itself, it's going to cost us money. So that's coming up in about 10 minutes' time. How about golden rutile quartz? We had rutile quartz earlier on in the first kit, which sold out. This is natural, so often referred to as angel's hair or Cupid's arrows. You will see shards, flashes of amazing golden rutilations running through the centre. Now, can you see the clarity, but then also there they are, those flashes of angel hair running through the centre. It's such an amazing gemstone. an incredibly individual gem. See those rutilations? Particularly in the big ones here. But that's the beauty. Some will be a little bit more, have more clarity. Some will have more rutilations. Some can even, I mean, look at that one there. Some can even actually have, be almost opaque because it is so abundant with the rutilations within. Extremely hard to facet because obviously you can imagine that the tendency is the gemstone can split down those shards, if you like, so very complex. Love it. I absolutely love it. It reminds me, it's quite a heavenly gemstone. I do think it has got that real protective, real protective feel to it. Cupid's arrows or angel hair. Yes, some people say Venus hair as well. $24.95 for natural golden rutile quartz, a gemstone certainly that I've seen in collections, individual showcases. Today, $19.95. We don't get it very often here at JewelleryMaker, so exceedingly exciting that I can bring it to you. I love the fact these are in faceted rounds because they've almost got the surface luster and the internal brilliance, but then they also have that lovely play of gold within this. It's very luxurious, isn't it? What a great alternative, what a luxurious alternative to maybe to your citrine or your lemon quartz. You know, this would really be kicking it up a notch in terms of the difference, and it's a conversation starter. Well done, from 5 to 7 millimeters in size. Okay, is this that golden obsidian? The managing director's golden obsidian. He's in today, by the way. Are we about to... Okay, approval from the big boss. Golden obsidian is not just a black gemstone. You get like a tiny galaxy. A tiny galaxy inside, little flashes of gold and chatoyancy, movement. It does literally look like it's moving. Used to use it a whole lot in medieval times because it is so hugely reflective. So if you actually polish the surface and you've got quality like this, you can actually see your reflection in. Golden obsidian, I'm going to take that away actually. Golden obsidian is a stunningly beautiful, it's a softer black gem. Can you see those galaxies that I'm referring to? Because they have got that little dusting, I suppose, of gold, hence the name. Now, and it does move. Look how it flashes. Look at how it flashes. I'm just literally playing with one of those. Take this out into natural daylight and those flashes will become even more obvious. Every single one of them do that. I'd be using this certainly with the big findings pack that we've got coming up in a few minutes time, with the spacers maybe, just to encourage all of those flashes of gold to come through every single one of these natural gemstones. They're 14 millimeters in size, restranded, macrame, gents jewellery again, they'd be fantastic for. Very, very, very visual, certainly one of the most visual of your black gemstones, and to have 14 millimeters of not just a section of it showing the golden qualities, but the entirety of the surface, you know, 360 degrees. Now, this is approved by our managing director and we're honouring it because when we saw it, Rob and I were like, wow, got to repeat that, that's incredible. For those of you that weren't tuning in at that time, yeah, Colin, our managing director, said this was allowed, but get it as soon as you can. You know, it is like the galaxy. It kind of reminds me of your sort of Star Wars and things like that.
Yeah, it is. It is so gorgeous.
It's
so different, aren't
they? Golden obsidian is featured in Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones. They call it what? Dragon glass. I don't watch Game of Thrones. No, I think it'd be a little bit gruesome for me. I'm scared easily, so I'm a right wuss. So I can understand that dragon glass. It's got that fantasy. Fantasy. It's the biggest show in the world, isn't it? It's not just here in the UK. It is global, 100%. So yes, it is very big at the moment. So if you ask, I wonder then. Let's put this test to the theory. How many of you got youngsters at home that watch Game of Thrones or read the books? Ask them. See if they know about golden obsidian. Or if they don't, go dragon's eye. I bet you then they'll go, oh, okay, dragon glass, sorry, dragon glass. Well, you can educate them and just say, well, that's what this is. I bet you, if you spoke to, and by the way, it's all ages as well who love the Game of Thrones. I saw a little clip of it and I was like, do you know what? I'm too much of a wuss. This looks really gruesome. But apparently it is really good. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. Can you imagine giving this to your Game of Thrones fans?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine just giving one on some for the lads maybe on some leather cord? I bet you they'd wear it. I bet you they'd wear it as well. And similarly with the ladies, $7.95, absolutely incredible. And they've got that, and take it out into natural daylight, and that's where the look at that one. That's where the golden obsidian, the obsidian beauty is actually going to really, really come to the forefront. Huge quantity of you on those phone lines. I'd be using this alongside the findings pack that you've got coming up, by the way, because it's come literally after this. We'll do it a little bit earlier because we have got 2,000 in quantity. It is something that we're not going to be able to replicate. It is actually going to cost us money, basically. It's not about profits. It's about the function, basically. We're rotating. You'll also be seeing the lovely Rob himself. Please check out those baskets on this. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Perhaps I should brave an episode of Game of Thrones. You never know. Okay. Whilst I've been talking to you, the wonderful team, the crew, have been speaking and briefing our incredible contact centre and preparing them for what is about to go on. You are not restricted, firstly, to how many that you buy. Now, the scale of this auction, normally I would, I'm used to suggesting that okay, it's a maximum of 10 per person. If you want to buy more than that, you buy more than that, because we're not going to be able to replicate it again. Scott spoke to us, what day was it actually, about this? Last week sometime, I don't know, and he was just basically saying, look, this is the percentage that it's actually costing us. So our customers are getting probably the best ever deal. And there's 2,000 of them. So we do need to manage this, basically, and our call centre need to, and I mean basically the time and how many phone calls we actually inundate our contact centre with. But we're all ready. There will be a bit of a queue on the phone lines, just suggesting that, but it's minimal. It'll be minimal. My suggestion is, those of you that, again, know us, trust us, shopped with us for a length of time, dial through. My darlings, you will not be disappointed. I assure you of that. It is huge. It's your star buy and it's up next. Okay, are we ready? Graphics are in, all systems go, 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 go. Like I said earlier on, you're not restricted, and yes, you have got the free postage and packaging, even though it is attached to this opportunity as well. 2,000 is the quantity that we have available, so it's single-handedly the biggest quantity that I've ever brought to air, but they will sell out. I mean, throughout the course of the weekend just gone, I've definitely done quantities of 50% of that, shall we say. Now, never before, and it's taken hours of manpower time as well. Hours of manpower time. If you think about it, our warehouse team, we've had to take a team of people to take these findings, which are usually separated down into, what do you reckon? Usually, you're getting 50 packs. So, you know, our team has basically had to separate them and then bunch them all together for you, so you get obviously a lot more. So the manpower time alone is a lot. You're going to get, I've got 4 of these lovely trays here, and I've got a full chiffon bag as well. Now it is all about your copper crimps, variations of various different colours. As you can see, there's all 3 different tones. You might get colours, you might get textures, you might get designs, the spacers and the covers, jump rings and covers. So if I just show you this one firstly, and then I'll show you all the different examples that I've got here. You might get something slightly different. So this one is including the little heart spaces. They've also got those lovely little decorative spaces, jump rings. You've got the rose gold, the silver and the yellow gold in here. Then I've also got, look, 200 allocated straight away, by the way. So you get various different examples. Everything that I've got on this board that I can't even physically hold, including the bag, including what's in the bag, is one pack. So now we actually had to question it because we were like, seriously, all of this, not just the trays, this as well. That's 50 packs. Shall I empty it? This is one example of what you're going to be getting. Now, talk about savvy shopping, it could not be any savvier. It literally could not be any savvier. Shall I just, look, let's get it, look, I've got rose gold crimps here, I've got silver coloured crimps here, I've got gold coloured crimps, so I've got one of each colour there. Jump rings, what jump rings have I got? Silver, gold. I'm not counting what's in the tray here, I'm just counting what's literally before me. So I've got 3 packs of jump rings. Oh no, 4 packs of jump rings. There's more here. I've got more crimps. I've got more crimp covers, more crimps, more decorative spaces. Shall I sort it out into groups? Would that help? I will do it. I can't see the price yet. And by the way, jewellery makers, neither of you yet. And we've got pages upon pages upon pages of people on those phone lines. I'm trying to do this in an orderly fashion for you. So hang on a second. There's my jump rings. There's my... And don't forget, there's all the trays behind me here. I'm just sorting out the bags, the little bags. Crimp covers, crimps, crimp covers, crimp... That's half the fun, having a little sort out. So hang on a minute. These are your spacers. Just there. These are your crimp covers, these are your crimps, there's your jump rings, and I've got all of these as well. All of these as well. Now, this should be $19.95 for 50 packs. 50 packs. See why I was telling you it's the manpower, the fact, the logistics of actually separating everything, the airtime, the electricity, the cost of me and Nathalie and the crew. It's simply, it won't be able to be reciprocated, this, quite simply. Now, you might not get exactly the same crimps and crimp covers and spacers. They are all different, but you know of our findings packs, they are 4 from that. 400 are in baskets. 400, and that's not even confirming. We have got, I mean, again, can I just reiterate, if you want to buy 10 of these, 20 of these, you do it, because today is the only time that you're ever going to see this at £6.95. Genuine, it will sell out, Rob, won't it? I mean, we've got 2,000 in terms of quantity. Including checkouts, half the stock is gone. Can I just give our call centre a massive well done, congratulations, because they are awesome. Look at the sheer volume. There is a little bit of a wait on the phone lines. How long? Only a minute. Do you know what? Our call centre are ace. Aren't they amazing? Well done, folks. Because, I mean, you just think, how many seconds have we been talking about? How many minutes have we been talking about this? 5 minutes. And they've taken probably, well, in excess of probably about 600, 700, 800 phone calls, and still in the process of doing so as well. And you're awesome too. Thank you so much for being so patient with us. Like I said, 50 in a pack. There's no better time to get your crimps and your spacer beads and your jump rings, and yeah, because we haven't got jump rings on there. I've got jump rings here. And there are some on the actual picture itself. So yeah, if there's no better time to sort of stock up your stash on your actual findings themselves than right here, right now. It should have been £19.95, and that is already at a discounted price, by the way. This, like I said, is not. We're not breaking even here at all, at all, at all. And bear in mind, it's also free postage and packaging throughout the entirety of the day. Probably not the best executive decision that we've ever made, but there we go. That's not for you to worry about or me to worry about. That's for the powers that be. I'm looking at loads of you getting 5s and 6s and 7s and 2s, and Nikki's just bought 10. We've got 93 telephone callers on the phone currently, so there's 2-minute wait. There's a 2-minute queue. That's nothing considering it's a free phone telephone number. I'm going to stay with you throughout the entirety of it as well. So 2 minutes. I mean, that's that. If you're anything like me, I sit on the bottom of the stairs while I'm on the phone. 2 minutes, or if you're shopping on your mobile, make a cup of tea in that time. And our call centre will get to you as soon as we possibly can, but it's not costing you anything. Again, probably the majority of you are getting getting multiples of. I certainly would be doing exactly the same. Priscilla's just bought 5. Kent has just bought 5. Cambridge has multi-bought. Sussex has multi-bought. I've looked at 10s and 7s. Loads of 2s and 3s and 4s. Pat's just bought 4. Ruth in Surrey's just bought 3. Pauline's just bought 3. Azar's just bought 3. You can buy as many as you want. I mean, don't you agree, Nathalie? I mean, I'm sure you've got countless findings at home, but you can never run out because there's nothing more frustrating.
No, it really is frustrating. I mean, and that deal, I mean, if you bought, say, like you bought 2, that's going to last you
ages.
Forever. And those spacer beads are really weighty as well.
Really, really substantial.
Really lovely.
Can I? And also chain mailers.
Yeah.
You've got your jump rings here. Yeah, your the spacers themselves, the actual feature, the decoration that you get from those, the crimps. How many times have we said those just literally re-stranded is a stunning piece of jewellery. I noticed your bracelet, something like that, just with the actual findings themselves. Here comes the lovely Rob.
Hello.
Hello, a rare treat.
The deal, isn't it?
A rare treat that we get Rob on here, isn't it? Just we have to have you out here because we're never going to be able to do something like this again.
No, actually, we genuinely won't, I don't think. It's difficult to tell. There may be some more sort of similar packs, but not this particular one again. I mean, over 1,000, about 1,500 have gone already out of the 2,000 we had. Wow. So, yeah.
We knew it was going to be that way, and you know, Rob, it's your job. Yeah. I am not. Yeah, new morning producer, by the way. We do have to make sure that we're a business. We have to make money.
No, it's not. I'm not quite sure how we've got away with this. I genuinely don't know the answer to that question.
But it has been approved and everything, hasn't it? It has absolutely been approved.
1995 was a clearance price. That was the idea when we put it together at 1995. And hundreds went on the launch there. So now it's $6.95. It's just I don't even know the maths.
But this is coming from the powers that be.
Yep.
Coming from the
way above me, this one
coming from the powers that be. We've got complete authorization, and I guess you see retailers do absolute sales, don't you? Absolute sales. It might be 10. I don't know, 10%, 20%, something like that. This is minus. We're in minus percents right now. So 2,000 is how many we had.
Yeah, best go back in actually.
Okay, Rob's off there to make sure that all what's the expression? The dots and the T's cross or whatever.
Yeah. A lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork, basically. Yes, make sure that everything is running in smooth order. Please stay where you are on those phone lines. Just because there's a 5-minute queue on the phone lines, please stay where you are. Don't abandon those calls because I really don't think I'm going to be able to repeat it again. Absolutely amazing. If you hang up that call, you've missed out. You've missed the chance. That boat is gone. It's sailed. I'll be back with you, though. The continuation of such incredible opportunities after this.